This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Free the guys. Free all the motherfucking guys. Okay, let's get this going. Karen, let's get that music, please. I gotcha.
The Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. Story wordsmith 9 meals. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show.
Love Show. That's right. Y'all know how the story go. It is, in fact, the Self Love Show in the building, live and living color. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of any affiliates or TATN. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network, as we affectionately call it, TATN. The Self Love Show. You know how the story goes. It's the Self Love Show. This is a safe spot where we're allowed to dive very deeply into the intersections of mind, body, spirit, and culture. This is one of the co-hosts, and I am Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the Most High, and my late and beloved Mama Sky. I miss you every moment. The idea of morphic resonance and the Akashic record pulls us into a space where science, memory, and myth start blurring at the edges. In tonight's episode, we open the tension between Rupert Sheldrake's proposal that nature remembers itself and the ancient belief that the universe stores every thought, action, and intention. Both concepts challenge the idea that reality is a clean slate. Instead, they suggest we're swimming in an ocean of inherited patterns, impressions, and ancestral echoes. As we move deeper, we explore how these two frameworks mirror each other, one emerging from modern biology, the other from esoteric traditions stretching back through Hindu, philosophical, and mystical lineages. Morphic fields describe habits of nature. The Akashic field describes the memory of consciousness itself. Whether you treat them as metaphors, metaphysics, or mechanisms, both ask the same unsettling fundamental question. What if the past is not behind us, but actively shaping us in every moment? This episode isn't about proving or debunking. Once again, this ain't about proving or debunking. It's about opening the door to a different way of viewing your world. One where intuition might be data, where memory might be cosmic, and where your personal story might be part of a much older pattern. By the end, you'll have a clearer sense of why these ideas keep resurfacing in science, spirituality, and culture, and why so many people feel like they're tapping into something bigger than themselves. So, whip out your self love vision and your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live in living color, and today is Thursday, June 18, 2026, at about 7:22 in Chiran. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe, but thankfully, we all chose to be here together. That's right. Here together. What down, bear down, what down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today?
Love, man. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Ditto, good brother. Pure, magnificent, unfettered, unfiltered. Some say unnegotiable. Some say tough. Others say harsh. But I can assure you, it's self-love just the same, good brother.
No doubt, no doubt.
Man, what's been going on in your neck of the shy since we last popped out?
It's been going down in the town. Man, this weather. I came home Tuesday and it was a tree blocking Bennett, blocking Euclid, Indiana.
Have you ever noticed that tree before in your childhood? You ever climbed it?
No, that tree was huge. It was like
Never
the
noticed.
really big trees. The smaller trees didn't break. It was the really big.
Never
trees.
noticed that tree before it fell.
No, it's on Bennett and Euclid. There's trees all along those streets, so I don't.
Right. You're not a tree hugger.
Maybe mine, the trees right here outside my house, but not on the
Yeah.
next blocks.
Yeah.
I'm not going blocks hugging trees. Or
I mean, sometimes a tree can stand out on you. It can have a certain look. You know what I mean? Maybe you carved, wordsmith and such, forever, with a little heart on there. Maybe you did that when you was a kid.
No. No.
Man, so y'all had to wait for the city to come out, or did the people get out there and remove
City,
it?
them things was there for a couple of days.
Damn.
I mean, it was hundreds of trees that got knocked down in the city. And they said that parts of Indiana just got devastated. He was like, there were houses that you couldn't tell there was ever a house there.
Hammond?
Yeah.
Hammond, Indiana?
Hammond or East Chicago, one of them.
Yeah. So you're gonna build a stadium there, right there in that. Maybe the wind and the trees will tear that thing right down, huh?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So what to expect on today's The Self Love Show? We got The Self Love Show quote of the day.
Uh-oh.
Then we have our more growth and development video. We got a couple of videos we're gonna unpack here. We're gonna react to them. A lot of stuff going on in the world today. And then today's topic.
I think the quote of the day is from the last show.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure that out. All right, in today's topic, Morphic resonance and the Akashic record. All right. Morphic resonance and the Akashic record. Let's see here. Okay. And but first, you got any announcements there, fella?
Absolutely. It's tomorrow, y'all. Midwest Festivals presents Ancestor Echoes. An amazing glamping event extraordinaire. It's going to be a rare occasion. I need you to come out. The only thing is, the only way to experience it, gotta be there.
They're here. Facts. Chicago House Fest, it's the return of Chicago Fest, a glamping extravaganza. You're going to be connecting with your ancestors out there, reconnecting,
Yes.
Connecting with like minds and like individuals. You can even shake your bum out there to 4 a.m. or so?
Yeah, every night, Sunday till 6.
There are no restrictions on grilling. There are no restrictions on pretty much anything, as long as you're not, affecting anyone else. Oh, just no
Hurting
little
anybody.
ones.
Yeah, no children.
Yeah, that's it. It's grown people time, you know. You'll have a you'll have a blast. What's that, fella?
Yep, that's the facts. You will. Got a quote, I think.
All right, that's cool. You dug one out. I appreciate you. And all right, so we're talking about the Akashic record. We'd like to know your opinion, where you're checking in from. We're going to explain to you what morphic resonance is. We're going to show you some experiments that we believe that sort of proves it, or at least leads to that understanding or overstanding, I should say. All right. This is interactive. Please like, share, subscribe. Big Ups Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes, Echoes, Echoes. Now is the time. Now's the time, ladies and gentlemen. Be there, or as they say, be square. That's what we on. Um, Pull up, as Brother Wordsmith said. It's an overnight event. It's a glamping house music festival extravaganza. It's a Chicago House Fest, right? Pull up, bring your unmentionables. Adults only. Dance through the night. Tents. Bring your tent or your camper and have the time of your life. Get out there under the limited light pollution, right there under the stars. Many believe those are the ancestors. A lot of the ancients believed it. And embrace yourself, embrace your legacy, and embrace the progeny. All right, and that's www.ancestralechoes.net. That link has just been dropped into the chat. Big up Tay Mills Aesthetics. If you find yourself in sunny Southern California and you're out there, maybe you're out here for the World Cup, the World Cup, football. Football's the most popular sport in the world. Yeah, I don't care about that shit as much as y'all, man. This is America, you understand? But anyway, if you're out here for that and you're in Los Angeles and you're looking for the very best esthetician on the planet, reach out to Tay Mills Aesthetics, multiscultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. You licensed, bonded, fully insured. You can reach out to Tay Mills at www.taymilzaesthetics.com. That link has been dropped in the chat. Big ups Bella B. Maybe you need some swag put on a shirt. You have a design in mind. You can get her the JPEG or whatever, the PDF. I don't know what they're doing these days. She'll explain to you how to get it to her. And then she can pop it up on shirts and mass produce it for you. Maximum mass production. Or she can design something for you if you guys communicate and you're able to give your vision. Okay. Reach out to Bella B at designs365@gmail.com. That's designs365@gmail.com. That's pinned in the chat. Last but not least, Gym Recovery. The J, the I, the M, the J, the I, the M, the J, the I recovery. You might find yourself, in a massive pothole in the great city of Chicago. Maybe you're sliding down 76th Street and one of those big trees that Brother Wordsmith was just talking about has the occasion to smack your car. And thank God, you were preserved. You got out of there without a scratch, but that's not going to stop Pookie and Ray Ray. That's not going to stop Jose and Pablo. That's not gonna stop Dakota and Trump, from being on MEP and out there trying to loot during, natural disasters and take advantage of people. So you might be in that pinch. You reach out to Gym Recovery. They got over 4 decades, family business, of towing throughout the greater Chicagoland and through rain, sleet, snow, right? Gunfire, all right? He'll pull up in a top of the line recovery vehicle, flatbed, get your whip on there and a hop, skip, and a jump, and get you and your whip to safety. Most Ricky Tick, JIM Recovery, JIM Recovery. All right, enough of my yapping. I'll turn it over to this brother so he can handle his business.
Yes, yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Love Show rocks on. As always, we have very important videos that TATN has produced for your edutainment. And I do mean edutainment. You will learn mind, body, and soul from these videos. But before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. Morphic resonance is the influence of like upon like across space and time. Once again, morphic resonance is the influence of like upon like across space and time. And that is a quote from Rupert Sheldrake himself.
Rupert, huh?
Yeah, that's what that says right there.
Yeah, that's the scientist behind it. But that's Stewie's pet Dow. He had a Dow teddy bear relationship with it. And his name was Rupert. I wonder if that's where they got that from. Yeah, once again, we don't have volume here, Karen.
What the hell?
Big ups to Karen. Take
Shit.
it easy. Take it easy on Karen. All right, she's doing all this for free.
Yeah, it's not on Karen. It's I had already set that up, and I didn't run the video though, so that's what happened.
Yeah, that happens.
Every week, apparently.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Hype this video. There's a new feature. You can hype the video out there. Like, share, subscribe.
Still didn't. Tori. I am out of practice. I lost it on the first one. Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen. Yes, yo.
And number 10, protect
our men, women, and children by any and all means necessary.
that part right there. That part right there. In case you missed the show from 2 weeks ago, we unpacked the dividing line. Birds and fish don't even dare to cross the so-called Wallace's line. What say ye, Brother Wordsmith?
Whew. Fulfilled with a whole lot of information that'll raise your vibration.
That's right. More gems than a box of Post Raisin Brands has raisins. All right, we got the potion. All right. Let's see here. Morphic resonance and the Akashic record. That's what we own today. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hype this video. All right, bro. I want to show you this and we get your reaction. This one's called Cops and Robbers. You ever used to play Cops and Robbers when you was a kid?
Not too much.
Oh yeah, we played it in the hood.
And nobody wanted to be the cops, so
Yeah, you always had a couple. I wonder if they ever somebody should do a study on that to see how many of them ever became cops for real. But you're right, nobody ever really wanted to be the cop. Well, we played catch a N-word, beat a N-word, and I guess that's kind of like Cops and Robbers. It was all conditioning when you look back at it. Remember that? Block chase and they catch you and
Yeah.
beat you down, boy. Good times. All right. All right, Karen. Whenever you're ready. Cops and Robbers. LA.
Shocking newly released video showing a Pasadena police officer being shot by a fellow officer. Tonight, the police chief is calling it a horseplay incident. Here it is. This is dashcam video from inside the Pasadena police parking garage. Watch again as it all unfolds. You see a patrol car pulling up behind two officers standing by another vehicle. That's when one of those standing officers quickly draws his gun and points it at the officer in the vehicle. After a few seconds, he reholsters the weapon. What you can't see is the chief says the officer in the driver's seat does the same thing, but that officer's gun goes off. The shot goes through the windshield and hits the shoulder of the other officer. This happened in September of last year. The department just releasing that video today. The chief says the officer who was shot has recovered and disciplinary action has been taken.
Oh my God.
A trip to Walmart.
That happened in September, bro. We're just getting the body cam.
I mean, why are they?
You're a gun owner.
Yeah,
you know
why
what
are
I
they
mean?
playing with loaded guns, man? That's
Everybody knows that.
That's fucking
Pookie and
stupid.
Ray Ray knows that.
That's fucking stupid. I don't, man. Fired.
I'm gonna go beyond that. They should be charged. The officer who shot the other officer should be charged just like they would charge Pookie and Ray Ray. Reckless endangerment of life, not attempted manslaughter, but what do they call that? Negligence.
Yeah, negligence.
With a firearm.
Shit, man. Jay Green got shot at his bachelor party by a Chicago cop. Off duty. He was
there hanging out with him?
Yeah. I was there.
Where'd he get hit at?
His thigh or leg, somewhere low.
Did he get a lawsuit?
Nah, he that was one of his homies, so he let it ride.
Your homie shot him in the leg.
Well,
if I had friends like that, I wouldn't need enemies.
Somebody was pressing the cop, and he went to pull out his weapon, and he's pulling it out. It went off.
Yeah, again, if
I would own the police department if I was him. But
yeah, it's like if it's me and you. Yeah. Was that his close friend? Yeah. So yeah.
So I was like, he going around there cleaning up and doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, Jay Green, you got shot. Go sit your motherfucking ass down.
Go to the hospital.
Shit, he sat down. Police came shortly thereafter.
Was he grazed?
No. He was in complete shock.
Who they say? What story did they give the cops?
They said that he had a bachelor party and somebody they didn't really know was there.
Pulled up shooting.
Yeah. And then it happened in the hallway, right? Like right outside his apartment, I think. That's what I remember.
Well, so the cop who busted the shot, he got fired. I thought they both should have been fired because what's the difference between what he did and what the first cop did?
The gun didn't go off. That's the difference.
It's a technicality. Playing with guns, aiming guns at people. You should not have your cop's license anymore.
Yeah.
If they were doing that and neither person got shot, and I'm the chief and I saw that, they're both fired.
There's definitely some discipline going on. Because that's some stupid shit.
Fired. Fired. Gun going off or not. When the gun goes off, that officer needs the same criminal charges that he would charge your black ass with if you did the same thing.
If that gun didn't go off, we would never even know about none of it. They wouldn't even seen it either.
Correct. But if you did that, if you and I did that, they would be hitting you with charges.
Yeah.
And that's my takeaway. He should be charged. This is why people can't respect law enforcement and the law out there, 12. You guys are a bunch of clowns. It's like Andy Griffith. That's why the deputy only had one bullet. Andy wouldn't let him have more than one bullet.
Because he kept shooting.
Yes.
On accident.
Yes.
He had one bullet and it was in his pocket.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, Andy, can I put my bullet in? Andy, I tell him to put his bullet in. It's a great show, by the way. All right. Let's move on. We got one more. Drop Dead Gorgeous. We've been talking about the teen takeovers out there, out there in your city. We got some Drop Dead Gorgeous out here in sunny Southern California. Smart. These kids are headed to Stanford.
They putting shit all over the news. Or what do you expect?
Look at these.
To Walmart turned into chaos when teens on e-bikes and mini motorcycles took over the store. Now this latest incident sparking fresh debate over e-bike safety and whether enough is being done to stop reckless riders.
See how they don't show a long video?
Live in Hollywood with more. Sandy?
Sharon, Micah, we have all seen these dangerous riders on the streets, and now some of them are getting even bolder, going right into stores. Tonight, I talked with a man who says his family was really stunned and frankly scared when they started revving right near Walmart.
Punks, get the out of here before you hurt someone.
Chaos in an Orange County Walmart. Kids on e-bikes and e-motos terrorizing shoppers.
I was yelling at them to get out, and none of the store employees were doing anything.
That's 61-year-old Vince Vasquez on his mobility scooter. He says the teens almost crashed into his wife and daughter, who has autism.
He on the mobility.
It really startled my daughter. I yelled at them to stop.
It happened Sunday afternoon inside the Walmart in Foothill Ranch. No one was hurt, but the riders got away. An Orange County Sheriff's Department spokesperson telling KTLA the incident did not result in criminal charges, but the potential for someone to be harmed, damages to the store, or trespassing charges are very real. It is the latest incident involving riders on e-bikes and e-motorcycles causing dangerous, sometimes deadly situations. In April, a 14-year-old allegedly struck and killed an 81-year-old, also in Lake Forest. In May, a Huntington Beach man seriously injured after he was attacked by a large group of e-bike riders.
Well, clearly there are no boundaries for these kids.
Beth Black is the author of The Caring Parents E-Bike Survival Guide. She says it is vital that parents are more aware of the dangers.
This was not a harmless prank. It's a direct result of zero consumer awareness and a lack of compliance.
Vasquez, who is also an avid e-bike rider, says he blames parents and police.
More people don't have to get hurt. More people don't have to get killed for this to stop. I think the police need to do a better job patrolling and just immediately impounding these motorcycles.
The Orange County Sheriff's Department says it's still trying to track down those teenagers in the Walmart incident, but it is unlikely they will face any charges. We're live tonight in Hollywood.
Her neck doesn't look real.
KTLA5 News, Sharon, Micah.
I've never seen anything like that. Look like she played football for 40 years.
She looked like an alien.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. I didn't even notice that when I first watched it. So one thing I'll say, I see them all the time, as you can imagine. I'm always on the road.
Oh, hell yeah.
1 out of 10 of those kids you'll see on those e-bikes are riding them properly. They're obeying the rules of the road. Some of them are even giving hand signs. Only 1 out of 10 The rest of them, bro, they'll get out in the middle of the road, block the whole street, slow down. I'm like, man, these kids don't have the fear of man in them.
Well, no, they don't.
No.
They think that they're going to live forever. And, the reason why they don't know the rules of the road is because they're 14. They haven't taken anything towards their license or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just out there riding. They ain't, they don't even know none of the rules of the road.
Yeah.
Except for that one that some responsible person taught.
That's what I would, my young one, before they got on there, you got to read this rules of the road book.
I think you're giving them too much credit. 1 out of 10 is 10%.
And you got to demonstrate to me that you know how to ride this bike safely. This is what I would do before I send my young one out there.
Yeah, one I think is less than 1 out of 10, bro.
I think it is.
10 out of 100? No, maybe 2 or 3 out of 100.
You're probably right. They didn't have masks on. This will just tell you how cavalier they are. They go into a place where it's known to have cameras. Walmart never released their cameras. I'm 100% sure. I'm 99.99% sure if that was Pookie and Ray Ray and all the other colors went in at Walmart and did that, the 12 would have found their ass.
Yeah. What's that area like? Is it all white?
Yeah, Orange County and foothills.
Yeah. So no, nothing's gonna happen about that.
And their parents, if you put out good Walmart footage, their parents and family would be able to recognize them and at least take their bike away from them.
Yeah, those children usually cuss at their parents. So they're taking their shit not.
Yeah, ever since the divorce, I can't do any. He's been out of control. Yeah. Yeah, that's bizarre, bro, in my opinion. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Shit, they said somebody got killed. You said they arrested her mama?
Oh yeah.
She was 14. She got convicted. Driving.
Yeah. Well, she got convicted. He because that wasn't the first time. You know what I mean? So they'd come by there and talk to her and okay, I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? And then she didn't take the bike away from the kid and was letting the kid ride the bike. So she got convicted. She's in jail. Well, she's waiting on sentencing.
Well, I mean, that's very that's bullshit. Your child killed some fucking body.
Yeah, he was doing a wheelie. And the senior citizen walking his dog through the neighborhood and got smacked. And they do it all the time, except doing those wheelies. With no respect. Bro, we did wheelies, man. We didn't do it right around an old person.
Yeah, we didn't have powered bikes either. At least I didn't.
I don't care, man. I wasn't.
Nobody stupid.
Nobody was doing wheelies
respect.
around
A
little old lady walking her dog. Even pedaling. Nobody was doing that. They'd wait for that old lady to get, or they go in the street or go. I think the level of stupidity is crazy here, and it's the trophy generation.
I mean, I like to call them the uneducated.
Yeah,
they don't teach them anything worthwhile, and they change the way math is taught so they could separate them from the parents. So they think their parents don't know shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it was you. It might have been my brother Dave. He was telling me about that. And I'm like,
no,
what?
It was me.
Yeah.
It was me.
I'm
like I look at the problem and I can solve it in my mind. But the way they're telling me that my children's supposed to solve it, it's stupid. I can't. I don't even know no other way to say. Like I could do the problem in my mind, get the answer, but I could not get the answer on some of them problems with the process that they had. I said, this is the stupidest shit in the world, bro. Why the fuck you fixing a wheel?
Stuff that ain't broke, right? Because they're rewiring the brain.
Yeah, they're trying to separate us from our children and have our children think we don't know shit so they won't believe us. All these that this country lied about everything and we're from here.
They're trying to create little bots, rewiring their neurons and neural pathways so they can create little bots, bro. You know what I mean?
Separate them from us. And it's a different format of bot than they made in our generation, because they made bots in our generation too.
Yeah. 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 All right. What do you guys think out there in the chat? Enough of the appetizers out there, fella.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right. I don't think. Do we have one?
I don't think so. There's it's the doctor, so that's the halftime, right?
Let me see. The doctor?
He's not a doctor, but you know what I mean. Health.
Oh yeah, Dr. Sabi.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a doctor, right?
No.
Well, we call him Dr. Sabi. Well, I guess Dr. Dre's not a doctor.
That's kind of why they took him to court.
He won though, didn't he?
Yeah, because he actually proved that what he said, that he cured. Yeah. And they was like, you need somebody to come here, and 50 people came. Man cured blindness.
Dr. Sabi. He was curing hairpiece.
Everything.
With alkaline water.
Alkaline water and herbs.
Yeah. All right. Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst, as he said. Let's see. Excuse me. More growth. George Floyd. Okay. All right. Let's just hop right to it. What exactly is morphic resonance, and why does it matter?
Morphic resonance. Morphic resonance is a hypothesis that nature has memory, that patterns of form, behavior, and organization become easier to repeat the more often they have occurred before. In this view, the laws of nature behave less like fixed rules and more like habits that strengthen over time.
Yeah. So an example, the first generation of people to go through the formal schooling, they'll achieve a certain level, but then their children are usually, boom, shooting right through it. You know what I mean? The second generation college kid, they get in there and fly right through all that stuff. They end up graduating grad school. And then I mean, it could be other factors involved. Don't get me wrong. But there's a memory.
I got another example. Like all our children now are born with this technology. They're born with knowledge of the technology. It's they're born with it. Like I tell you, my son, as an infant, hit some keys on my computer and brought up some screens I had never seen. Like, hey, don't do that. You're gonna get into the writing of the software or hardware. Right. You're gonna change some shit. I'm like, no. I was like, wow. I mean, like consistently, he did it like 3 times. He wasn't even 2 years old.
Yeah, the way they zip around and how quick they punch those buttons in, bro. They be zipping around. That's why they can't spell. They be using the spell complete on those texts.
Yeah, spell. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't be mad at them though.
No.
But you should want to know how to spell.
They're born with this. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
It's
so much. There's so many words that sound the same that aren't spelled the same. It's so many. It's a language.
Gutter language.
That's fair. Gutter.
I think the Nation of Islam calls it that. Gutter religion. No, gutter religion.
Yeah. Language it's a commerce language. I mean, that's what it was made out of. And, didn't come from England or Angling. It didn't come from there. That's why they speak whatever the fuck they speak. They learned that shit from us. They wasn't even speaking English.
Well, morphic resonance is Rupert Sheldrake's idea that nature has a kind of memory. that once a pattern is established, it becomes easier for that pattern to repeat. In this view, habits aren't just psychological, they're woven into the fabrics of reality. It matters because it challenges the assumption that evolution and behavior are purely mechanical. Instead, it suggests we're participating in a universe that learns.
I mean, this is a simulation, so in my opinion, humble opinion, so that just adds to that for me.
Because the universe learns, that makes this a simulation?
Because it's a mathematical equation, and it's set up in a way that this happens. Hive mentality is real in this, and I can't think of any other way to explain hive mental.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a kid, I think we did do a video on it. He won a science fair project, young dude, and he was tracking butterflies through generations. And he had proven out, maybe I'll look the video up, he had proven basically morphic resonance.
Our children do,
that
like
the
I
next
said.
generation was coming into the world with this knowledge.
Yeah, that happens with our children. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you said it with computers. You see how they be zip. You hand them a tablet.
Yes, and they know exactly what to do with it.
Yeah.
And can't even walk well.
Can't even talk, huh?
Yeah,
can't even talk.
And can already.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro.
It is.
It's kind of scary if you let it.
I mean, it's ideal, kind of. I mean, you're passing down information without passing the information verbally.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense. They're part of your DNA. So your DNA
is
not
memory.
The same. Yeah, it's not the same from life to death. It changes.
Mm-hmm.
The more you learn and all that, it's added on.
Yeah. I can't find them, of course. Let's see. 10-year-old wins science fair by trying to prove Tom Brady is a cheater. Oh. God, we'll save that for another day. This is a drop dead gorgeous.
I almost want to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Karen, can you? I got it. Let's see here. Yeah, he's drop dead gorgeous. Swear. Kentucky. Testing measures of different weights, side pounds per square inch of footballs. We should find that the underinflated footballs provide a competitive advantage in the game. Ace, his name is Ace. Good point, Ace. It could just be a competitive advantage for him, for Brady.
It might be for the receivers too. Shit, I don't know.
Right. That too. The National Football League alleged that Tom Brady ordered the deliberate deflating of footballs to gain an advantage. This is a good science fair project.
Mm-hmm.
David said he chose this subject matter because he hates Tom Brady. Don't you love his honesty?
Damn. He hates a winner, huh?
Well, he's from Kentucky. I don't know why he's got
and I guess he hates a cheater.
Yeah, but I don't know why he's got so much beef with.
Cause the motherfucker, he's on everything. I mean, he won a bunch of Super Bowls. He's always on TV, and then they, Make
But
it
this is
like
a kid. He's supposed to look up to him. And he's drop dead gorgeous. They're both drop dead gorgeous.
he must have beat his team.
He's in Kentucky, is what I was just saying before you
So he's got to
there.
have a team. I mean, that doesn't mean he's in Kentucky. I mean, you in
Oh,
L.A.
so he's probably a Colts fan.
Chicago fan. You know what I'm
Since
saying?
it's right next to Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you fan of the team you're the fan of, and you hate people that constantly kick their butt.
Yeah, you're saying he chose it. He chose a side.
Yeah.
The Patriots were found guilty, of doctoring footballs, thus losing $1 million and future draft picks. Tom Brady is indeed a cheater. I like this kid. He's been accused of cheating before. Davis said, "I want him caught." I like this kid a lot. Davis won the school science fair. He won. Oh, he must. He wasn't the one that when he made Trey drop dead gorgeous.
I mean, he was drop dead gorgeous. It had to be a drop dead gorgeous child, and depends on if the people didn't like Tom Brady.
True, because he'd have got my vote.
The adults, that's what it depended on.
He would have got my vote. Davis won the school science fair and will go on to compete in the district competition.
Wow. Oh, Tom Brady.
I wonder if Tom Brady sent him some deflated footballs, signed deflated footballs or something. Tom's pissed. Tom's a competitor. He don't like this kid.
He's petty too.
Yeah, he's just petty enough to not like that kid.
And to say something.
Uh-huh. Surprised he didn't say nothing.
He don't know. He don't know about it.
Called him a cheater, bro. Hey, I'm surprised he didn't sue the kid's parents because he didn't say allegedly nothing.
No. He said it was proven. No, I mean, they said he cheated, though. I mean, the league said it, that they cheated.
Yeah. And Tom threw his cell phone in the water.
Cost him a draft pick and some money. So, shit.
Yeah. Tom said they was gonna do some forensic on his phone. He said he went fishing and his phone fell in the ocean.
Well, you know goddamn well. They don't need the phone.
Yeah.
That's all they got to do is go to the service. Everything not everything that's in the phone, but all of the text messages and all of that shit.
Yeah.
Only thing ain't in there is probably the pictures he took, and it's probably there too. They probably can get everything.
That was the thing. That's why I think he got rid of it, because who knows what he was into.
A whole lot of emails. That's why they get caught.
Yeah. All right, hold on. We got one that's on topic here. I'm hearing some recoil.
That's not good.
No.
I didn't hear it though.
Wait. It's weird. I was hearing that. All right. Morphic resonance. Rupert Sheldrake. He went to a prestigious university over there in England. I think Oxford.
More than likely. Is there any other one?
There's other ones, I'm sure.
Morphic resonance is a connection across time from the past to the present.
That's him?
It's a process that occurs between organized patterns of activity on the basis of...
He's got one of the only TED Talks that's been removed. Of course, you can still see it. You can still see it on YouTube. You'd like this guy, Self. He goes out against big science, questions their dogma. And so they pull down his TED Talk. The shit he was talking on that TED Talk, bro, I was like, oh, he sounds like the Self Luv Show.
Yeah.
This is book. I just got it. No,
nice. I see part of it.
Yeah.
If you put it in front of you, like right in front of your face, it should show up. Yeah, it stayed there.
Yeah. Probably can't see it because we're in a small view.
Yeah. We'll get it back.
What it means, in effect, is that each species has a kind of collective memory. So every giraffe tunes in by morphic resonance to the form and to the behavior of previous giraffes. Every crystal, as it crystallizes, tunes in to the way that previous crystals of the same chemical crystal.
Huh?
I would say that they tune into the morphic resonance of giraffes. It's an energy and a whole memory for giraffes. So eh, that is the past ones is, to me, it's always concurrent, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. They're gonna have studies that's gonna kind of back up your theory there.
Every crystal, as it crystallizes, tunes in to the way that previous crystals of the same chemical crystallized in the past. So there's a kind of memory given by morphic resonance in all kinds of things. And in the realm of animal behavior, for example, it leads to quite striking predictions. If rats learn a new trick here in London, then rats all around the world should be able to learn the same trick quicker, just because the rats have learned it here.
See, that's current.
The more that learn it, the easier it should get everywhere else. And there's already evidence that this actually happens from studies of rats in laboratories. When lots of rats have learned something, other rats all around the world find it easier to learn.
Easier
and
to learn,
this doesn't
or do
depend
they
on any
just
normal
pick it
kind
up
of
from the resonance? That I know. Hold on, I know that it's difference in words or what have you, but you know, Tory Wordsmith is a serious analyzer of words and speech. And him keep talking about the past. I just think it's currently. So I said that already. So I'll stop saying that because I know I repeat shit over and over.
All right. So if you had 5 different pledge classes on 5 different universities going through something, they're saying the one pledge class that goes through it first, even though they're pledging, the other pledge classes will be easier for them to go through it when their time comes up. That's what they mean by pass.
By
but
learn.
somebody has to go through it first.
Yeah, by learn. Okay.
Right. They're able to grab it from somewhere. You know, so say LOA went through it first, whatever it might be. Then the other ones, who's pledging your sands at the same time. And I wonder, this would have been a hell of a study had we had this information, wouldn't it?
Yes.
If it would have been easier for them to complete certain tasks that y'all had already
or
completed.
to know it.
Correct.
Because, learn it. I mean, he says easiest to learn it, but I think when somebody, morphic resonance it's a frequency of knowing. So when somebody learns something and they know it, then it's easier to know. You know it.
Correct.
Yeah. That's my opinion. And words is the problem with me. He's saying learn, easier to learn, and I'm saying they know. So it's
yeah. Well, easy. I'm just saying easier to complete the task. For the second group.
That's better words.
And then the third group, it'll be even easier for them.
Yeah, they're gonna damn near know it.
Correct.
Connection between the different rats or the places. It happens because of morphic resonance on the basis of similarity.
He's done a lot of psychedelics, as you can imagine. He was right there during the psychedelic wave. He's got his own YouTube channel, under his name Rupert Sheldrake. It's worth checking out.
The same applies to crystals. When a new chemical is made for the first time, it's usually very hard to crystallize
This is crazy.
The same applies to
because
crystals.
I know the crystals are alive. They have, I know that they're alive. A lot of the crystals are very similar to our blood, our makeup. They are living beings. They already know that because they grow and all that. So, yeah.
New chemical is made for the first time, it's usually very hard to crystallize it. And as time goes on, it gets easier to crystallize all around the world. And I think the reason for this is that morphic resonance connects up the crystals.
So I guess the chef who was cooking crack when it first started was having a harder time getting it to come back. But then, you know what I mean? And then
he didn't know what he was doing. So
they're saying that the
process
the
of
chemistry itself is learning. The materials themselves is learning how to come back. how to crystallize, how to, take certain forms.
Yeah. And the person making it, well, at least the crack, that was a process to learning how to make it the best. And then once they got it to that form, it became easier to do. I mean,
yeah, but in this specific instance, what he's explaining is the crystals are having a memory of their own. Has nothing to do with the scientists. It's the actual chemical that you're making. He's saying,
but the person has something to do with that. I mean, with at least in crack, making crack. Now he's talking about regular crystals doing stuff on their own, and that's.
But there was a person involved in that. There was a chemist involved in that, and what he's saying is the chemist had trouble. The chemical. Well, let's just listen to him.
Basis of similarity. All the places it happens because of morphic resonance between the different around the world find it easier to learn. And this doesn't depend on any normal kind of connection between the different rats or the places. It happens because of morphic resonance on the basis of similarity. The same applies to crystals. When a new chemical is made for the first time, it's usually very hard to crystallize it. And
now, you're saying it's very hard to crystallize it because the chemist doesn't know what he's doing. He's not discussing that. It's a separate issue than what he's discussing right now. So there
I
would be
understand that. I'm saying what I'm saying though.
Correct. And I was saying what I was saying.
Yeah. I didn't never say that you were wrong or anything.
No, right. Got you. I'm just trying to make a point, that well, we'll just listen to him.
As time goes on, it gets easier to crystallize all around the world. And I think the reason for this is that morphic resonance connects up the crystals so they tune into a kind of collective memory.
That's what he's saying. The crystals have a collective memory. So the example I was giving for the person cooking crack, it would be like the chemist dealing with these crystals. The person cooking crack was a chemist because we learned it from chemists. It wasn't coming back. Now you could say, yeah, the morphic resonance in the chef made him better, made each chef better. But also what he's saying is the physical crystal is consciousness. The crack itself is conscious and has its own memory. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's and that's what I wanted to be known. It's not just about
I'm clear.
The chef.
I'm clear.
Right.
I'm very clear.
Right.
So morphic resonance works through morphic fields, the organizing fields of chemicals and biological systems. And the word morphic comes from the Greek word for form. So it's a kind of resonance to do with form, pattern, and organization.
Damn. They would have told us we was crazy if we was talking like this. And I'm sure children were talking like this in science class. I'm sure you had this intuition self.
They act like he crazy. So I mean,
and they push you right away from that. I'm sure you had an intuition. Something came from somewhere, and you're like, wait a minute. Everything learns is like you said, that he could be crazy. You didn't say that, but they call him crazy.
Right. So, they call him crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's crazy.
What's the Akashic record, and how does the Akashic record compare to this idea?
The Akashic record is a record of everything that has happened and is happening and will happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying it's written. It's a record. You can look at it. If you meditate to the right frequency, you can see the record. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But now, does that mean there's nothing new under the sun? I mean, well, I'm just asking, are you adding to the Akashic record as well? Like, okay, so when you're writing your songs, are you just pulling them from there, or are you adding to the record as well during your journey in this realm?
My humble opinion, you're adding to it the whole time. Every time you do something, it splits, and both occasions are in the Akashic record. if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So when you decide something, you split off, and a piece of you makes the other decision, and it's two different. But all of that is part of the Akashic record.
And that's what I'm saying. So if it's already written, are you truly adding to the record? How can you add to a record that's already written?
I don't think it's written. I think it's malleable and changes every second.
Yeah, I think it's both. If you can imagine you go to a huge library with all this information and all the books ever written, you have access to it, or just put it on a computer. It's all in the internet. Then as you discover new things, you're uploading it or you're writing new books, and then it's adding to the record. So I think it's both. I think you have to draw from the record. I had this discussion with Brother Newman one time. As a scientist, you're drawing from the record on the backs of all the ancestors and scientists that came before you, and then you're drawing conclusions and you're adding to the record. But then today, Tory Wordsmith gets the Nobel Prize. He discovered this and that. And it's so much previous science that got you to where you got that it's almost unfair to give you the Nobel Prize.
Well, there have been so many Nobel Prizes that trash. Did I say it? Trash. 45 and 47 has a Nobel Peace Prize. That
we got Motri in the chat now.
Obama got a Peace Prize, right?
Obama, yeah. Trump almost got it. He's gonna get one before he leaves because
he don't have one. I thought he had one already.
Nah, he got nominated. He was pissed that he didn't get it.
Okay,
but
cool.
He just brokered this deal, this peace in the Middle East. He's definitely gonna get a Nobel Prize. But Motri said
he got him started.
The DEI contractors, I guess he's talking about the white women. The DEI contractors.
That's what he's talking about, because he don't know no better though.
He's got to be talking about the white women, because they're 73% of DEI is white women.
Yeah.
The DEI contractors that helped build the Obama Museum haven't been paid. Some of them are filing Chapter 7 to the tune of their companies being owed $4 million. Funny how he can point this out and not the history of all the contractors that Trump has been stiffing since he's been in business.
Yeah, well.
and you and I, we can acknowledge both. We can say it's both wrong if that's what's happening.
I'm not loyal to Obama. Or Trump. Trump.
Well, we're on a thread, and Ace posted one of those Republicans. It's an old dude. He's a senator. He got found guilty of the child essay, and Motri. Well, at least he ain't woke. So basically, Motri don't care if you ain't woke. You can do whatever you want in this world. Yeah,
what's the opposite of woke? And you're gonna allow some ignorant ass shit. Woke is not a bad word, you stupid motherfucker. God damn.
The lowest thing, even prisoners. You're gonna have the worst time of your life if you've been messing with children in that way. Yes. You think the inmate's gonna say, well, he ain't woke, put him over there, he's all right with us.
Coach, you're asleep.
You said the same thing I told him. What's the opposite of woke? It's either dead or sleep. All right. He said the Chicago mainstream media kept it crickets, especially to the black community. And we all found out today. The black and Spanish contractors were outside protesting at Obama's opening. So it's Obama's fault.
Monkey ball business.
It's Obama's fault, Self. See, here's the thing. Trump would have been putting that money in his pocket. I'm not saying Obama's perfect, but I don't believe Obama got this money. Personally. He could have. He could have. I mean, it's in the realm.
They haven't, but they might.
Yeah.
Claim bankruptcy and say F all you people.
$4 million, bro.
It's still
the place is going to generate $20 million a year. Go ahead, bro. I mean,
those. He can say what he wants to, but DEI is white women.
White women.
So you can stop with that shit.
It's white women and
opposite of being awake is asleep or dead.
It's white women and
stop
people,
that dumb shit.
And people with city contracts like his company, right, Self?
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. We couldn't write this stuff.
Yeah, he don't think that he's a part of it, huh?
No.
He don't think he's a DEI hire.
No. No. He don't think that if the right set of white boys got in office and controlled everything, that his black ass, so-called black ass, would be out of a contract. No, he don't believe that. Nope. That they'll give it to a white woman, and then the white man will be running the business, and the white woman will just be the figurehead. No, he don't believe that. No.
Should they have a white woman name and have a black running it?
It sure would.
Make you think that this is DEI.
You're right. Now that's next level.
Asleep.
That's chess. You're right.
Asleep. Talking about woke is bad. Man, don't say that dumb shit out your mouth ever again in this life.
Yeah. Again, he places a child pervert above someone who's quote unquote woke.
If you understand the English language, how the fuck did you let some ass backward motherfuckers tell you that woke is bad? Some ass backward people.
Bass backwards.
These people they care nothing about you, bro.
Zero.
And you are just parroting their bullshit.
Parroting it.
And I love you, bro. You're my brother.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you.
All right. The Akashic record comes from ancient and in Thai. Never mind. Don't get me started on Thai. All right.
Thai is his knuckles on the ground. He drags his knuckles.
Are you saying he's dragging his knuckles, bro?
Yes, he drags his knuckles.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. All right. The Akashic record comes from ancient spiritual traditions and describes a cosmic archive, a field where every thought, action, and intention is stored, while morphic resonance focuses on biological and behavioral patterns. The Akashic record expands the idea to consciousness itself. Both frameworks imply that nothing is ever truly lost. Everything leaves an imprint. Every thought, every action, like you were saying, every decision leaves an imprint.
Facts. That's the Akashic records. It's a record of everything.
That's amazing. I've studied a lot of NDEs, near-death experiencers, and many of them talk about that. You remember the what's that called, Self? The telepathy tapes. A lot of them were talking about they have access to that.
Absolutely.
I think we all do. Because when you're
we
learning,
all do, but when you're nonverbal, you know, if you're nonverbal, then you really have access to it.
Yeah, because you're sitting in meditation. You're sitting in meditation.
It's nothing else you can do, you know.
You're just sitting in meditation. And I think that's why what's that dude? You doing good. He comes up with so many theories.
And he lived to 40-some or 50-some, and they all died teenagers.
He was getting special treatment. He went to Oxford too. I think he was Oxford.
Yeah. You know, that was a
adrenochrome.
No, that was a fucking puppet. That motherfucker was been gone.
That was AI.
Hawker. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, you could set anything there, and it's talking through a computer screen. You know what I mean? Like I said, it could be a Muppet. That could have been a Muppet.
Oh, Father, forgive me. I can't laugh at this stuff, but it's
You
hilarious.
can't laugh at it. That's funny. That motherfucker was a Muppet.
Oh man, can you imagine us in a lecture and he came up in this? I would have been going to my dean like, but I can't understand a word he said. Oh shit!
How are you existing?
All right.
How are you existing? My hand would have went up like,
who's wiping your ass? How often do you get your ass wiped? You know what I'm saying? Where's the person who's wiping your ass? Shouldn't she be right behind you?
at all times.
All time.
What kind of diaper do you wear?
Man, because you wouldn't even feel it probably. Like, how do you know you pooped your pants? I guess he smells it. He's like,
Who knows if he smells?
I don't know. God bless him. Now, I think we were getting at a point here.
Yeah, it was a Muppet.
Crying, bro.
Because it was a Muppet. They convinced us that one of the best thinkers in the world or whatever was a fucking Muppet.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about the Akashic record. All right. Are Morphic resonance and the Akashic record actually connected, or is this just poetic overlap? There's no right or wrong answer to this question. What's spirit telling you?
Yeah, I mean, it's all connected. I mean, this whole, in my opinion, simulation is all connected and everything builds to it. They are about to add some more stuff because their disclosure coming.
Trickling out that information. We're gonna do another show on that soon after y'all music fest, because Ancestral Echoes. They've been drip feeding some stuff, but I'm going to put together a video with the best of the best that they drip fed. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But it's kind of weird. They're showing artist renderings, and people in the comments are like, "That looks like AI." I'm like, the bitch said it was artist rendering. Like, what the fuck? That's not real. That's fake. Yeah, they told you it was fake.
Yeah, I wish they'd go ahead and tell us that the views from space of the Earth was, AI and renderings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wish they'd go ahead and release that information so some of you sleep people.
Moultrie said, "It's DEI Thursday on Fox."
Well, it's dumbass motherfuckers on Self Luv Show.
If you turn those letters around, you get die.
Yeah.
Socialists seize control of the Democrat Party. Socialists.
Who sees control of the Republican Party?
The Klan.
You monkey.
The Klan. The owner of the New York Knicks and Trump are friends. For 30 years, the Knicks are going to the White House. No, the Knicks aren't going to the White House. And who cares if they do or don't? Like, literally, who cares?
I don't. Not at all.
Right. Okay. Now, so they come from different worlds, the idea of morphic resonance and Akashic record. One scientific, one more mystical, but they converge on a shared theme that the universe remembers. Brother Wordsmith saying it's all in his opinion, a simulation, which check out The Matrix. That's what The Matrix was about. Whether you call it a morphic field or an Akashic field, both suggest that the past shapes the present in ways we can feel but not always measure. The connection ain't about proving one with the other. It's about recognizing that both point toward a deeper continuity running through this existence.
I'm wondering why it says they're not connected.
Because it's AI and it's got the dogma, the scientific dogma. The same people who created that, they're part of the dogma.
I've learned that Claude AI can learn with you, work with you, and remember the conversations. A lot of these AIs will not remember your conversation if you talk about it outside of that conversation.
Wifey loves Claude. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on Claude, using Claude all the time.
Yeah. So, it remembers and it builds. And what it's really going to do is be specific to each person
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily real and realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, they want everybody to have their own media channel, their own interaction.
Echo chamber.
Yeah. With AI.
You imagine what Claude is telling somebody like Hugo and Ty?
Well, it's put up the quote. Shit, you can put up what on there. What you had on there. No, that's Fox. That's not the AI. It's Fox.
Yeah, it's Fox.
Sorry. Yeah,
it's
I'm
Fox
sorry.
in his box. Hey, that's all he's got. It's Fox in the box.
And his box is his head. It's not the TV.
It's his twat. he's got Fox in his twat. All right, Morphic Resonance and the Akashic record. Y'all smash that like button. And big ups to all the sponsors. It ain't too late, y'all. Get your
get your tickets.
Yes.
Come on out. I promise you it will change your life.
Yes.
You're going to find a community.
Yes.
Coach, come on out, man.
Yeah.
Come out one day.
Yeah. You got Fox in your box. You can come out there and have Fox in your box out there. Yeah. You like music.
No, he hates house music.
He hates house music.
Yeah, it's overrated. That's his quote.
That's because the white man ain't invented.
Well, there's no music the white man invented. So if that's the case, Coach.
They did a number on Coach at that Lutheran college he went to.
Man.
Yeah, they did a number on him. And I bet you when he was in Wisconsin, and he told him.
No, you know who did a real
number on it?
The guy that shot him. And that's when he started hating us. Hating our people.
The attempted carjacking?
Yeah. That's the origin of the nonsense.
You got a gun pointed at you. You got to do what, Self? You catch you sleeping, you got to break yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you can have this shit, man.
Yeah.
All this shit is insured. Bro, you can have this shit. You understand? Don't fucking shoot.
I mean, yeah, you have to be able to think for that. That was a panic move. When you described it to me, it was a panic move. He saw the dude coming up. He wasn't right at him, like he saw
creeping
him
up on him.
Yeah, so he went to go grab it, and then when he was pulling off, dude, they just shot.
Hit him too.
Yeah, right in his elbow, past his body.
Oh yeah, you gotta get over that, Coach. You know what I mean? You took a slug in the elbow. Shake that off. Shake it off. Maybe when we come back, we're gonna play some Taylor Swift for you. Shake, shake, shake it off. Shake. I know you're gonna like that. We're gonna play some Fox and some Shake It Off for you. But enough of my nonsense. Yeah.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. The Self Love Show is gonna rock on. Y'all know how we do. Ultimate crew. 9 meals and Tory words. Raining. Superb. Had a great show so far. And this Morphic Resonance, I think is real. In the simulation, there are many rules and regulations. So, things can occur as they want it to.
It's the Self Luv Show. The Self Luv Show.
We will be right back at you after these important videos from TATN.
DEI till I die.
Fuck DEI. Get rid of it. I'm all right with that. If it's, all going to white women anyway. And how the hell they get put into that realm in the first place? And that's plenty of time. We talked about that on this show.
Yeah, because they got twat. They got Fox in there, twat.
And some fucking absolute bullshit.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
the Agnostics in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig, and that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants would do.
So what do you find, even in the desert, when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
They're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Was some of my research, at USC. I did a survey. The question was, do you think that Jesus Christ was of African descent or European descent? Overwhelmingly, over 90-something% of the folks said African descent. I said, then do you think his ethnicity matters? They said, no, it doesn't matter. And I'm saying, it matters obviously to somebody.
It does.
Absolutely. And it matters to white supremacy. But whenever there's a book called The Color of Christ, the saga of race, I think in America, they track when, most people say, well, this is something out of Europe and, who was that? Michelangelo painted,
Yeah.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with why Jesus is white. Jesus is white because of America. Jesus is white because of white supremacy in the Klan. That's why Jesus is white. That's where that comes from. It didn't stick in Europe because they knew better.
Hey, Cleveland, you better hide the markers from your kids. Somebody colored in your Jesus.
Somebody colored in your ass with too much ass, fat ass.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant.
The charges I'm going to announce, please know this. The charges themselves are not evidence. Everyone that I'm going to describe today is presumed guilty until and unless they are proven guilt. Their guilt is proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt.
My testicles, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. Just pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The ringleader and now disgraced.
Things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, with my experience, not only just in classification, but as former. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration, we have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are.
That even the local news is ultimately both written for and controlled by a unified source, regardless of the network. Just watch this clip and you'll see how bad it really is.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene And I understand they're opening up different cold cases now to see if they can identify possibly his DNA linked to other crimes.
You're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney.
Air quotes expert.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They're so ignorant.
Ignorant.
So
hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
We're back. Y'all know how the game go. And the top is the only place we aim for. We're about elevation. Mind, spirit, and soul. Come on with it. That's how we roll. Talking about the Akashic records and morphic resonance and expanding your consciousness live.
The Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Get your passes for Ancestral Echoes. www.ancestralechoes.net. That link is in the chat. Shop now.
Love to see you tomorrow through Sunday or any of the days.
Shop now. There's a day pass and there's an overnight. Yeah, they and that on those videos, bro, they were showing Elon. You know, they claim he's worth over $1 trillion. He's Musa out here. They said he's got enough money.
Lies.
I know how you feel about this.
Yeah, I heard
it. He's got enough money to buy
everybody $1 million.
Huh?
Oh, no, you didn't hear that. He's got enough money to give everybody on the planet $1 million.
Yeah, he's Musa. They said he's got enough money to buy the whole city of Houston, the 4th largest city in the greatest nation of capitalism in the world, with all that oil underneath it, the whole city, all the property, everything.
Yeah, like I said, he can give everybody on the planet $1 million and still be a billionaire or trillionaire.
He ain't woke.
He completely asleep. That thing he wants to hook up to people's brains. He has one.
Oh, Coach, and anybody out there, are y'all gonna go in and get the Neuralink procedure done?
Oh God, Coach will.
Man, Coach, you could jack in the Fox without even
first one. He'll be the first one in line. I need the Fox package.
I got the Neuralink Fox package. I got the Madden package.
Man, no, he fucking around getting Neuralink and die because it'll shock the fuck out of him when he finds out. When he's hooked to all the information.
Yeah, he's gonna get jacked in. See, the Matrix, you were jacked in and you didn't know, and you were born into it.
Yeah.
They're gonna convince you guys to jack yourself into it.
Yeah.
Voluntarily.
Yeah, after you already been propagandized.
Yeah. Brainwashed.
Propaganda's enough to get you to Neuralink.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna pay for it too. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna give everything. Shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna be, especially after you're Neuralinked.
Yeah. It's gonna have a little locator beacon in there, self. They're gonna always
they
know
just
where
gonna
you're
be
at.
straight. No, it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be more than that. They're gonna tell them what to think, how to think, and what to do.
Oh yeah, but it's gonna have a
Complete
It's gonna have a location beacon, and they can just zap you, hit a button, and electrocute your brain, or they can have a drone fly over it.
They don't even have to do none of that. They can make you walk your ass just like they cars into the fucking lake and die.
Yeah. Yeah. However they want to do it, they can do it. How are morphic fields supposed to work in everyday life?
Well, I mean, if it's always updating and people are tuned to the frequency, then they're going to be a constant update. I mean, it's always going to be a presence now factor to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of it seems hogwashy because well, I don't know what else is contained in the DNA. What I'm saying is,
as people,
like Michael Jordan's kids didn't come into the world knowing everything he knew about the game.
No, they came in knowing comfort and
right,
stability and
business.
One of them, business. But they some things can't be transformed like that. There are some special beings that come here that they can't be replaced. There's nothing anybody can do about it. They're example for all of us to follow, and not many are capable. But there's put it there as an inspiration, something to aspire to. And DNA don't necessarily change that. Yeah, he was very comfortable and they had very comfortable lives. They didn't have that dog in them. He got his DNA, but the dog was gone. That's why I said as you grow and live and learn, your DNA changes.
In Sheldrake's, Rupert Sheldrake's framework, and hold on before I forget. All right. There we go.
Well, hold on. Let me get off the screen. So
you ain't on the screen. As long as you don't talk, you're not on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have to cut your camera off. In this view, nobody can see you until you start talking. All right. That's the book. It's entitled Rupert Sheldrake, A New Science of Life. Haven't read a page of it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But in Sheldrake's framework, morphic fields and the invisible act like invisible blueprints that guide how things take shape, from how a plant grows to how a habit forms. They don't push or force. They organize. Sounds like the system we play down at MP, don't it? We didn't like force. The more a pattern repeats, the stronger the field becomes, making the pattern easier to follow. In everyday life, this translates into the idea that behaviors, skills, and even cultural trends gain momentum the more they are expressed. Hip hop. There's been some morphic resonance there. Started out, the rhymes were pretty rudimentary. You know, the cat in the hat, Dr. Seuss.
There was still some of that after he got intricate.
Oh, it's back to rudimentary in a lot of ways.
No, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's less than rudimentary.
Yeah. Yeah, at least the message was different. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
the more I get into listening to Rupert Sheldrake, I don't completely agree with him because of the words he's used and the choices of words he uses. And it's difficult for me to get past. I would probably like to have a conversation with him.
Yeah. Check him out, man. You gotta check out. I mean, some of his, because he's got his own channel, man. And
yeah, I mean, he's got some very intriguing points, but the word choices he's using is a problem for me. And I mean, I don't know about for anybody else or any of that, but for me,
yeah. Let's see here. All right, we got one for y'all. Fair use. This is the Isha Foundation. Sadhguru. You know he stank. It's not any culture. He use soap and deodorant.
Could you tell us about the Akashic records?
Akashic?
Yes.
Oh. That's what we call it internet today.
Could you tell us about the Akashic records?
Akashic?
Yes.
Oh. That's what we call it internet today. You know what it means, Akashic? Akash means sky. Akashic records. That's what we are calling internet today, isn't it? It's all up there, information.
I said this year.
This needs to be understood.
40.
Like I was just saying, even your karma is stored on the energy level. Now, when there are many ways you can be active in life. You can do physical work, you can do mental work, you can do work with your prana. But once you work beyond this physical dimension, then that's forever. If you do something with your body, it has certain lifespan. With your mind, a little longer lifespan. If you do it with your prana, it's much longer lifespan. But if you do anything beyond the physical dimension, that's forever. Nobody can destroy it. See, I have never studied any spirituality, if you don't believe this. I've never made a study of anything. I've not studied with anybody. But anything concerned with human consciousness, I'm crystal clear about everything. Everything that I know, I don't know. When I walk on the street, I don't carry it. It's all there. When I want it, it's always there. Why should I burden myself with all that nonsense when it's anyway available all the time? Isn't it? That's what internet also means today, isn't it? You don't have to carry the information with you. Now it's all there. When you want, you access it, that's all. So this is also a kind of net. It's all there. Whenever you want, you can access it. As far as I am concerned, now Krishna or Gautam Buddha or many other yogis of the past, they are not really past for me, they are like right now for me. They may be physically dead long ago, but as far as the core of their work is concerned, it's all the time, like now, it's right now blossoming. Even right now, you can access it the way Gautama did things at that moment. As far as I am concerned, Gautama is right now, not 2500 years ago. It is there, but the problem is right now, if you even as much as talk about these things, all kinds of people will start going into weird kind of dreams and they'll start imagining all the different types of nonsense they're receiving from people. They will start communicating with Jesus, they will start communicating with everybody, but they are not on talking terms with the people around them. This will happen, that's the problem.
All right. Maximum deodorant, please. He seems like a good guy. Hard to understand some of his, I just, big ups to him and everything is movement. Check your mute. I would have, asked, I need a beef jerky and 2 black miles.
Not the first time I heard from this guy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he says a lot of interesting stuff and some of it's good, but he kind of reminds me of word salad.
I know sometimes I wonder, is he hustling me?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Sometimes you do wonder, is this a hustle?
Yeah. Word salad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, says some interesting stuff though. So, I mean, it's like, he's not the what's the dude name? Mr. Word Salad. What's his name?
I don't know.
They praise him and put him up there. The black dude got the show and he just a bunch of word salad. They put him on all the shows and they make him
scientist.
Yes, make him seem like he's the genius.
Yeah, we were talking about him 2 weeks ago. You talking about
yes. Why can't I think his name?
No, I can't think of his name.
Oh, Neil
the ass top Tyson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil the ass.
Yeah.
All right. Evidence of morphic resonance.
Mind, hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is a proof of morphic resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Hive mind. The species that one of them learns something, and from that, the whole learns it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Even like the younger child is usually, I don't want to say more advanced than the older child, but they're able to catch on into this realm generally faster than the older ones.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it could, to your point earlier, they could be learning from the older sibling, which I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And then through mimicking and watching, you know what I mean, and the conversation. And it could be the morphic resonance.
Well, I'm going to have to think it's the morphic resonance because you're born with that information.
Mm-hmm. And you've probably been ear hustling since you was in the womb.
Well, it ain't even that. Like I said, the babies were born with the technology. They can just off of birth. And your parents grew as your siblings grew. So when you were born with the
downloading
parents
all that information.
Yes, it came naturally. It came morphic resonance. To me, it's proof of the simulation.
Sheldrake points to experiments where animals and people seem to learn tasks faster once others have already mastered them, even across distance. Critics argue the data isn't conclusive, but the pattern is intriguing. Learning curves sometimes shift in ways that can't be fully explained by genetics or environment. Whether you see it as evidence or anomaly, it keeps the conversation alive.
I mean, if it keeps happening, it by definition, it can't be an anomaly. If it happens
right
a few times,
then it's nature.
Yeah, it's not anomaly. It's not off to the side example. That's not regular occurring.
Yeah, we got a video of the experiment they did. We're gonna run shortly, but where do morphic resonance and the Akashic record, where do you think they overlap the most, if at all?
If they're saying they're separate, everything in the morphic resonance is included in Akashic records.
Part of the whole.
Yeah, I don't know how they could separate them. In my thinking.
Yeah, that's true. The morphic resonance, the information is going into the Akashic record, and then you're downloading it from there, pulling it from there, so to speak. Because, and we were running a video on this channel for like over a year. We stopped running it. It's a short video where they were talking about the rats. You do an experiment with rats in New York City and rats in LA.
Yeah.
Somehow have learned what the rats in New York were doing. That's that hive mind you're talking about.
Period. I think hive mind and morphic resonance, same thing.
Synonymous.
Yes.
Yeah, well, both ideas suggest that memory isn't just personal. It's environmental, even universal. Morphic resonance frames it biologically. The Akashic record frames it spiritually, but both point to a shared theme. The past leaves a trace that the present can have access to. The overlap isn't in terminology, but in the underlying intuition that really is shaped by what has come before. So if all time, according to Einstein and everyone else, the ancestors, is happening at once, then what you do today, your past self, you could be giving messages to your past self. You know how you've had moments of intuition when you were a younger self? And you're like, man, I don't know where that came from. It could be you today.
Every day.
Reaching back to them, and your future self reaching back to you. And things you're doing today could be reaching up to your future self, if that makes any sense.
It's my life every day.
What do you mean?
That means that I reach to the Akashic records
Mm-hmm.
and morphic resonance every day. Like somebody
Mm.
asks me a question and I have a gift that if I'm not thinking or doing anything, I can answer it. Even if I
Mm-hmm.
don't know the fucking information, you know what I mean? I'm attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
And spirit to spirit, I can answer almost any question and it's not me. It's coming through me.
Do you think your current you can affect your past you?
Absolutely.
Which is
Absolutely.
an amazing concept.
I mean, if you think about it, if you make any growth ever, if you make any changes ever, your present self is affecting your past self to get to a new place.
That's facts. Moultrie said, I'm working at Copart Transportation on Juneteenth. Most people that work on Juneteenth get paid time and a half. Thanks, Sleepy Joe.
Well, it's a national holiday, so most people don't work and get paid.
Right. Even ones that weren't affected by Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And why the backhand compliment to Sleepy Joe Biden when you're benefiting off of it? Well, he's not. He's a company owner. Yeah, he's not getting. He's got to be getting something.
From where?
True. He's a company owner.
Yeah, I'm an employee, so I get paid for the day off.
Correct. That's why, I guess that's why he's butthurt.
He don't have no employees, so he ain't paying nobody.
He'd be pissed if he had to pay him too, especially if they was colored. Getting Juneteenth off.
Well, my opinion of Juneteenth, so
I mean, we have the same opinion, but it's still, I mean,
a holiday.
That's right. I mean, my opinion of all those holidays, but don't be mad at the brothers taking a day off and getting paid.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad that I'm getting paid. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm happy I don't have to go in that place.
Moultrie said 9411 BD. I'm from Chicago, man. What does 9411 BD mean?
I don't know, but he's got Chicago Bears plates. He showed me a picture. Maybe I need to look it up and see if that's what the plate says. But
I told him,
I'm from Chicago, man. Came from him. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I told him,
I think I said okay,
that he'll never be welcome back on the Bears bandwagon.
No.
You can wrap your whole car in your truck in Bears.
Yeah, 9411. Yep, that's it.
I told him, having BD on your plates, I did tell him that's a bad idea in Chicago, man.
What the fuck is the BD for?
Bear down.
Oh, my God. Black disciple?
Well, I mean, anybody from Chicago would have been like, you ain't putting that on my plates. Unless they were BDs.
Well, I mean, yeah. I think this guy wants to use his gun. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, he's like Chud the Builder. You know about Chud the Builder?
Yeah,
you've seen him pop up a little bit in your algorithm?
Yeah, a little. No,
he gets on live.
And I know exactly who it is and go antagonize.
Yeah, for those who don't know, he gets on live and antagonizes brothers and sisters.
And uses N-word a whole lot.
Yeah, and tells them they're chimping out. You're chimping out.
And
basically calls them monkeys. But then when they come towards him, he shows his gun.
Yeah, in jail. Huh? Didn't he shoot somebody?
Yeah, he shot a brother. He's in jail now with a $2 million bail. They're trying to revoke his bail.
No, I thought they revoked it. They didn't.
Maybe they did.
Well, actually, what happened was he had got the money from online or whatever. The judge said, nah.
Yeah, but they are talking about revoking his bail because 12 came out and said the tape is not what he described when he was yapping on the day. You know, that he was getting beat down and he had no other choice but to shoot. They said he was shooting before dude even got up all the way up on him.
Of course. Because he's a piece of crap.
Chud the Builder. He's in jail.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So he's running around, and that's what we were trying to tell Corch. You can't be running around agitating people with your
Not
stick
at all.
and then claiming self-defense. And that's why they're prosecuting his ass self. They're saying, like, you can't just walk up on people and F you and I'll fuck you up and you're chimping out and then show the gun. You're starting shit and then claiming self-defense.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Chud the Builder, I would think that that's okay. Because, I mean,
correct.
So many people of his persuasion are able to do that.
Get away with it. Hell, Chow Now got away with it. Shot the 14-year-old kid in the back for allegedly stealing water.
Nah, they tried to say that the kid pulled a gun on his son or something.
Yeah, but even if he did, the kid was
left.
running.
Correct. And he left.
Ain't shot nobody. Ain't shot at nobody.
Down the street, whatever. But I'm just saying what the people say, and you know how they try to make us look fucked up.
Of course,
when we ain't did shit.
The kid did the same thing Chud the Builder does. When the son was probably running up on him, you know what I mean, trying to put hands on him, he probably showed him that thing and ran out of the store. Probably. That's all their story. I ain't seen no video of it or nothing.
They don't even have no proof that he stole the water.
Correct.
It's in the same day or week or whatever with Carmelo Anthony. It's it's a complete slap in the face.
Slap in the face. Chased that 14-year-old kid down and shot him in the back, and got off on self-defense.
And a kid that had at least 2 people. It's been stated up to 4 people.
4. Yes, they got video. 6 actually approached them. 2 went and blocked, allegedly. Stopped the coach who was coming over there trying to see what's going on. 2 slowed him down while the other 4 was able to approach Carmelo. This is what witnesses have said, and there's video out there, and it never came out into the trial.
After the trial.
Correct. I mean, they never used it in the trial.
Yeah.
Correct. His lawyers sucked.
Well, I mean, the prosecutor, the judge, all friends of the family.
Yes. And so, come on.
I'm saying the public defender.
It wasn't a public defender.
Oh, that's right.
They got money from people and hired a local a local high-powered. Remember James did that? Brother Thomas hired a local attorney that knows everything, you know, that can reach the system.
I wasn't a part of it, so I wasn't there for that part.
And that attorney kept trying to get people to take pleas and get them to plea to this.
No, motherfucker, fuck you.
That's like, right.
I listened to you. You said the most important thing that I ever heard before I went around.
If this racist ass county had something on young niggas, they wouldn't be offering us shit. Right?
They wouldn't be asking you shit.
They wouldn't be offering no deals.
And they wouldn't be trying to interview you or anything. They would just arrested your ass.
Yes. So.
And I learned that from the Montez gang thing.
Uh-huh.
And you were the one to lead on that. And I was like, it's like, don't tell them.
Yeah, they just looking for information.
Mm-hmm. I went in there with my crutches because I was on crutches. And I was like, huh?
Yeah. There's no way I could have had anything to do with that.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. I wasn't there.
All right. What me? I don't know. But yeah, so they got railroaded into
my sons didn't listen to you and got kicked out of school.
Yeah. Yeah. But they They I know, and he wasn't even like that. You know what I'm saying?
At all. That's a solid brother.
Yeah.
Man.
And that motherfucker knew it too. The investigator knew it. He didn't care.
No, L7.
Yeah. But now, so they railroaded the lawyer. They railroaded the family into hiring one of those local lawyers who was probably friends with the fucking family too. Carmelo didn't take the stand, where they could tell him, And I remember I was like, I'm taking the stand. He's smart. He's an all-A student. All that would have been able to come out in front of the jury, and he could have told a story. 6 guys walked up on me, man, and they was threatening me, and they said X, Y, Z.
Yeah, and they using this statement from him. Touch me, and you're gonna find out, or something.
Because that's coming from the twin.
Of course.
Correct. But then he could have put some context on that statement.
Yeah.
He could have either said, I never said that, or he could have said, I said that after they said this.
Facts. You ain't got no argument or discrepancy.
The first thing that lawyer was supposed to have done, Self, was move to, even if they didn't approve it, move to have that case tried in another county. He should have stood up there and said, the whole city came out to a visual for this twin. The whole city. We cannot get a fair trial here. We got to move this. And the judge should have recused herself from and the prosecutor.
Yes. And they all need charges.
But yeah, I hear you. I agree. Hate to say it'll never happen, but I agree.
There's a thing people don't know or believe, but we're going to singularity, and a lot of this shit gonna be eliminated. Them people gonna have to pay or leave.
Yeah.
Because they don't belong here.
Nature's gonna take care of it too.
This is our land.
You better believe that.
And they've been that Project Looking Glass, it told them. That's why they stopped looking at that motherfucker. Because it told them it's going to singularity. That means that we're going to wake up all the way. And
no, you can't be woke, according to Coach.
Fuck Coach. On that. I love Coach, you my brother, but fuck that dumb shit you talking. You're a parrot. You're spewing bullshit.
Please
stop. Please.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that you stopped spewing it to me. Because I asked you, I said, man, I love you, bro, but I can't take this bullshit from you. Don't.
Yeah. It's a waste of energy. All right, here we go. You guys, Morphic fields and family constellations. This is from Rupert's channel I was telling y'all about. Subscribe, Rupert Sheldrake, fair use.
What I'm coming on to now is social fields, the fields of organization of social groups. And the easiest way to think of social fields is through flocks of birds. There we see a flock of starlings over Brighton West Pier in England. And starlings fly in these flocks which rapidly change direction. They're most spectacular things. Most of you have probably watched flocks of birds doing this sort of thing.
It's amazing.
This has been a puzzle for scientists for a long time.
Fish do it too.
Because the way these fields work is that the individual animals
and insects
move and change direction much too quickly.
And us when we're driving through traffic.
For it to be explained just in terms of looking at their neighbors, seeing what they're doing, and responding to their neighbors just by watching them. It happens too quickly for them to do that. And the best computer models of flock behavior nowadays are based on magnetic field models, treating the whole flock as a field, which works back on the individual members within it. And their position and their movement depends on the dynamics of the field. Now, the same applies to schools of fish, which again swim together. They can move rapidly and change direction without bumping into each other. So not only do they know where their neighbors are, but they know where their neighbors are going to go.
Going to be.
As otherwise, every time they change direction rapidly, they'd all bump into each other, and they simply don't.
You know, Self, when
they
you're
don't
hooping,
do it by just watching their neighbors.
And you're in that zone.
Yeah.
you know where the defender is going to be. You know where everybody in your team is going to be, and you ain't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I know where the defender's not going to be. It's and where my teammates are going to be. Same thing, but a slight difference.
Right.
By just watching their neighbors, not just a matter of feeling pressure waves from their neighbors. That's been shown in experiments. So I think all these things to do with groups of animals are field phenomena. And the fields that govern them, I suggest, are another kind of morphic field, which organize the group.
Yeah, he says
I think this applies to all groups.
It's my lock on words. He says field, but I think it's a frequency. I think it's a frequency that these animals exist on, and their best made situations is in that frequency, and they can all tune into it like a radio station.
That's where they're getting their directions from.
Yeah. And it's a frequency, and he's saying field, and I guess a field is a frequency, an isolated frequency.
Of animals, including
like
human families, social groups in the human realm, football teams, for example. It applies to wild animals which are social. It applies to social insects like termites and ants.
There you go.
The coordination of the colony of these insects with very small brains isn't in the brain, it's in the field that organizes the individual insects.
Yeah, he's using it like you're using frequency.
Yeah.
And when it comes to animals like packs of wolves, what I'm suggesting is that the whole pack has a field. All the members of the group are connected through this field. When some of the members of the group go away and leave the other ones, the field doesn't break, it stretches. So when in a wolf pack they leave the young wolves, the cubs, in the den, usually with a babysitter, while the adults go out hunting, they may range over tens, even hundreds of miles. And it's not as if the field that links them is broken, it stretches like an invisible elastic band and continues to connect the adults with the young, even over long distances.
This happens in humans.
I mean, it happens in the simulation. There is no such thing as distance. What's the term when you got something right here and something way on the other side of the field? When this one learns that happens automatically, it's
spooky action at a distance, but it's another. That's what Einstein called it, but it's another scientific term for it.
Yeah, and that is what happens. I mean, everything is connected, so that makes sense. If you are attuned to a frequency, then everybody that's attuned to that frequency is going to get the same information. It's like a TV or a radio.
Yeah. So like you think every family has its own little radio station?
Yeah, everybody's not attuned to it though. We have so many
quantum entanglement.
Yeah, but you still got to be focused in to attune to it. And we have so many distractions and so much bullshit going on in our lives that most of us don't attune to our natural frequency
we get it, we ignore it.
Yeah, I didn't say we didn't get it. I said you don't recognize it. That's what I started with. You don't see it. You don't connect to it. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
quantum
because they're
entanglement is what it's called.
Connected by these fields, I suggest they remain linked, so a change in one can affect the others. And I think that this is the basis of telepathy. I think it's a form of communication between bonded members of social groups that works through the field of the group. There's already evidence that wolves in the wild are telepathic with each other over great distances. There's an analogy to this in quantum theory.
There you go.
Quantum non-locality is the phenomenon whereby particles that have been part of the same system, when they move apart, remain connected at a distance, so that a change in one affects the other at a distance. This it's sometimes called entanglement. And this provides a strong analogy for telepathy between separated members of social groups. They're together, they're part of the same system. When they move apart, a change in one is correlated with a change in another. The fields of social groups, as morphic fields, have a kind of built-in memory. And this is true of human fields as well. In human families, the family has a kind of field, and the field of the family has patterns and habits within it. And this is something which is most graphically illustrated in a form of psychotherapy called systemic family constellations. This work, pioneered by a German psychologist, Bert Hellinger, treats the family as a field. And in the workshop, some of you may have done them, I know some of you have. Yes, indeed, there are one or two people here who actually lead these groups. What happens, for those of you who are not familiar with it, is that, say you're working on your family, you might be working on your family of origin, i.e. your parents, brothers and sisters. You pick people from the group to represent your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, and so on. Then you place them in relation to each other. If your parents were very close, you'd put them close together. If a member of the family was very distant and disconnected, you'd put them further away, sort of facing away from the family. People arrange the family in a way that seems to represent that family group. It effectively creates a kind of field of the family, and people who are standing in for members of the family often feel emotions that are appropriate to the person in that position in the family field. They sort of tap into the field. What Hellinger has shown, and what many other people working in this with this kind of work have shown, is that very often patterns in family fields where, say, a member of the family becomes suicidal or wants to go away from the family or is very disconnected, often reflects a way in which in a past generation a member of the family was excluded from the group, either because they committed a crime or they were the black sheep or they'd committed suicide or something. It sets up an imbalance in the field which moves through generations unconsciously. People are often unaware of this. And by going back to the generation where the person was excluded, including them again by having someone to represent them, bringing them back in a group, it has a healing effect on the whole family field. It's a remarkable form of therapy. I've seen it work myself. My wife does it in a more ceremonial form than Hellinger. So I mention that because it's a way in which morphic fields actually directly interface with a particular form of psychotherapy and provide a kind of explanation for some of these remarkable effects that this therapy can produce.
All right. What you got on that?
Word salad.
That's your take on that video. This is a word salad.
Yeah, it's I'm saying the separation from what I feel and what he's stating. The more he talks, and a lot of it is the definition of the words that he used, my definition of the words he used.
Yeah, I mean, he said the same thing you said, quantum entanglement. He said the same thing. If you'd have just let it play out, I don't know how it's different.
It's some of the word choices. That's all.
Right.
That's all I could say. Tory Wordsmith,
yeah.
Some of the word choices makes me feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, I thought the way they're doing the family counseling that he would use as an example, I think that might be phenomenal for people.
I don't feel that what he's saying is totally incorrect. These word choices changes what he's saying for me.
Yeah.
I don't think he's bullshitting at all. He's saying his truth. I will say that for sure. And that Tyson dude, Mr. Word Salads, I don't think the same way about him.
All right. Can people consciously access morphic fields and or the Akashic record?
Well, definitely the Akashic record. And I would have to, because this morphic field thing to me seems more about hive mind. And to a certain degree, I don't know if that's in people.
The hive mind?
Yeah, I think free will eliminates some of that. Not all of it, though. I guess if you're tuned in the same frequency, somebody learns something and then they go. But as a whole, as a group, I know groups of birds, groups of insects, groups of fish. I know groups of insects. I don't know of groups of people.
We do it in traffic every day on the way to work. We're driving in a flock every time we get on the road. When we're walking in crowds in a crowded area, we're doing the exact same thing. We're not bumping into each other.
There's a lot of people that bump into each other, and a lot of cars have accidents. There's a lot of
and
shit
I'm
that
pretty sure if you looked into these,
it probably happens too. I
that it happens as well.
They try to say in all those videos that it doesn't happen, but I agree.
Right. I was looking at the schools of fish, and as he was saying that, I was like, some of these fish are swimming in the opposite direction.
I'm speaking more of bumping into each other.
Yeah, I've seen fish bump into each other.
Yeah.
Now, you don't know if it, and then they just bounce off and go to different direction. I'm saying I don't know if that was on purpose though. You know, I just think that you're gonna have some deviance. You know, maybe there's medical reasons. Maybe the one fish has got rabies or the equivalent to rabies. I mean, you know, you just don't know. You know, maybe the bird is old when that happens. Maybe the person driving is drunk. Maybe the person walking is half asleep, hadn't had sleep, and I don't know. But yeah, it's going to happen. But for the most part, people aren't just bumping into each other, though.
They try to act like it didn't happen.
Right. But I'm saying, right, you know, people come towards you and you kind of step to the side, you know, so that you don't bump into them.
Some people, some don't. I'm just, you know, that's all I was going off of was they were trying. What was in the video? They said it don't happen.
Right.
And that happens with people. That's all. So
yeah,
I understand what you're saying wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I'm giving examples of how we could have a hive mind. You see somebody in a car accident, they're trapped in the car. We don't know these people. And we put our lives at risk to get them out of the car. The car can explode. I just saw a plane crash and the people were stuck into it. And everybody came and was trying to get them out of there. If we didn't have a sense of a hive mind, I think everybody would just went on about their business.
Some people did. And a lot of people do. They see people going through shit and they don't do shit. They just look.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be exceptions to every rule. Even
I
in
know,
science.
but I would say that would be most people as opposed to most people coming to the aid of people.
I don't know.
I'm just talking about people. I'm not talking about everything, but people.
So you feel like most people, if they saw a family trapped in a burning car, would just ignore it and go about their business?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think in the chat? I don't know. I don't know if I have that worldview you got that, you know, most people would just leave. So a baby's on the freeway.
In America.
Baby's on the side of the freeway. You feel like most people would just drive past and keep going.
I do.
Wow.
I think most people
Most people would leave a baby on the side of the freeway.
Yeah, they care about themselves.
So you don't feel like there's a hive. We don't do anything in a hive mind.
No. I think we are propagandized and brainwashed into the stuff that we agree to. And I don't think if one person learns something that everybody learns it. I don't think if one person presents what they've learned and what is important to help people, that most people get it or take it in.
I don't know, because when you have an idea, other people get that same idea.
Yeah, it is in the frequency. And if you tune into the frequency, most people aren't tuned into the same frequency. And that's why I don't think there's a hive mind in people. They can tune into the same frequency, but they're not.
Some traditions say yes, through meditation, intuition, or altered states of awareness. From a scientific angle, Sheldrake doesn't claim conscious access, but he does suggest we're always influenced by these fields, whether we notice it, whether we like it or not. The overlap is this: both ideas imply that humans are receivers as much as thinkers, tuning into patterns larger than themselves.
I agree. But a hive mind amongst people, I don't think so. I think a bunch of people tune into a frequency that they feel or agree with, but no hive mind. Hive minds, people that think outside of the hive mind are killed. They're just disregarded and got rid of. If you're in an ant motherfucking colony and you're doing some shit that ain't ant, they kill you. If you're in a bee colony and you don't do what you're supposed to do, they kill you and recycle you.
And you don't think they do that to humans?
People definitely kill humans. Humans
for not
definitely
following
kill
the
humans.
status quo or going with the hive.
Going with the crowd or their
Correct.
gang or whatever.
The
Yes.
group think, going against the group think. You aren't shunned or outcast.
It's still not a hive mind. It's a taught. It's taught. It's not gang culture is taught. It's not inherent.
So how do we know that these birds and fish aren't taught?
Because one learns
or
something.
learning.
One learns something and something way away learns the same thing. A group of birds learn some shit.
Correct.
And
as
the
above,
group,
so below.
Yeah. The
how do
birds
we
over
know
there
that's not happening in the human experience?
Because
how do we know?
There is too much disparity. There's too much difference.
How do we know though? How do we know that when you learn something here, some kid in Pakistan isn't learning the same thing?
The problem is you're saying a person over there. Hive mind means everybody. That's the problem with people in hive mind. Hive mind means everybody.
Well, we were talking about the flocks of birds, and you were saying you threw out the example. One rat learns one thing here, one rat learns the same thing.
No, I didn't say one rat learns. I said one rat learns, all the rats learn.
Gotcha.
That's what I said.
Gotcha. Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree here, because I believe that there's a hive mentality amongst humans. And I believe we're affected by morphic resonance.
I hear you.
Yeah.
We are affected by it. We all can tune into it. I don't think we do. That's my whole thing. We're all capable and it is there for us, but I don't think we do. I think most of the animals and insects or whatever they're more close to their nature than humans.
You truly believe that humans will ignore a baby on the side of the road and
I
go about
believe
their business.
there are a lot of pink people that will drive past that. If it's a black baby, so-called black baby, I think many of these people, many of these races that have been propagandized that we ain't shit and all of this will
Well, I
drive
mean,
right
that's
past.
moving the goalposts. We're talking
It's
about
not. It's not.
We're talking about a hive mind. So
Yes.
okay. So white people would drive past a white baby on the side of the road.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Black people would drive past.
There are some white people that will drive past a
So
white
black
baby on the
people would
side of the
drive
road.
past a black baby on the side of the road. Copper colored people.
I don't think that our people would drive past any baby that was on the side of the road. But you're talking about a hive mind. It means everybody.
Well, if they're not the same, then you've
The
said that white
population
people
is. They're
aren't
not
like
the
us.
same. They're not the
So
same
we're talking about two different entities.
Right. So I think white people will drive past a baby without, or pink people, not white people, pink people. There are no white people. Pink people would drive past a baby of theirs or ours or anybody's. Some of them. I don't think that our people would do that. Some of them would, though. I mean, Coach, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on how we're defining a hive mind. It just depends on how I think humanity is affected by a certain oneness.
I will not disagree with that. You asked if they would drive past a baby. That's not the same thing.
Well, Coach said, "Ain't nobody driving past no baby, bro." Moji said,
That's how you know.
People not ashamed of anything but offended by everything. I mean,
that's how
I
you
don't
know. Because he said that. That's how you know. The same person that would talk about fucking woke people are stupid, or
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I was saying that there's a certain connection. We've heard your point of view. That a certain connection that we have as human beings. If someone gets hit by a car, we feel that pain. There's a connection that we have. There's a consciousness. We don't willingly, most of us don't willingly run over a baby that's in the street, just run them over because I got to get to work on time.
No, I mean,
there's a
that's not nothing close to what I'm saying,
but it doesn't have to be what you're saying. It's what I'm saying. It's not about what you're saying. It's what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's what I'm saying the hive mentality is. That's what I'm describing as a hive mentality. It doesn't have, I know it's different from what you're saying. I'm just trying to get my point of view across. That's what I'm trying to describe as a hive mentality, that I feel like humans have a hive mentality that we may have gotten away from over time, but it's still in us innately some kind of way. People are forming gangs. They're forming fraternities. They're forming families. The Americans got a flag. Israel's got a flag. Iran's got a flag. There's got to be something in us. We drive every day in traffic, like I said. And you said, well, there's some accidents here and there. Fine. But I'm just saying, overall and generally speaking, we move like some of these pools. That's all I'm saying, in my opinion.
I get you.
In my humble opinion.
I get you. And I ain't not gonna knock your opinion, but I don't agree, but that's
right.
what it is.
All right. Why do these theories keep resurfacing in culture? Because we'll get into the ancients at some point, about Akashic records and about morphic resonance. And before you respond, I was looking at a video about the Gullah Geechee, and the pink man did their science and their DNA and blah, 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 and they traced them to West Africa. And they went to the people over there around Florida, South Carolina, some islands over there, who've been there pretty much unmolested. And they were giving them this data. And the people told them, we already knew this. They were saying that we already knew this. And the scientists kept saying, well, we got to prove, we got to figure out a way to find out this and that. And I'm like, why don't you just ask the people?
Yeah. Some of them say they from here.
And some of them probably are. You know what I mean? We were all over the
I get
world.
you. I get you.
We were all over the world.
Yeah, I don't. It's very difficult for me because I don't know if people from West Africa can do the same farming on the land here. But you know what? If this was one land mass and split apart, and the soil from Americas is very similar to where it broke off in his Africa, so-called Africa, whatever it is, so-called America for that matter. I guess it's possible. I can look at that.
Well, to your point, this particular part, allegedly, the pink man had them to do rice. And the pink man couldn't figure out how to grow rice in that climate. And it was allegedly very similar to how the rice was where they came from. So that's why they were able to, and they said it was covered in the video. The video was done by Copper, very well done video. And they were saying that you had to know how the water was flowing. You had to know, it was intricate. It was intricate. And they said the pink man just left them alone, and they were the only ones who knew that science. Like to this day, how to grow the African rice.
When the pink man left us alone, period. When and where? Tell me that.
You mean not stole the science from us?
I mean, yeah. When have they even left us to our own devices? When he left us
you said they haven't always. You said every copper person wasn't enslaved.
No. That don't mean much of anything. Like, there were a whole lot of free people,
right?
And yeah, and
so I would say,
but
they didn't have the numbers.
They weren't free to do whatever they wanted. I mean, as far as business and government or whatever, they were still shunned and treated differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had to go the extra mile. Let's see if I can find it. It was a damn good video, Newt.
You got to send me that video because I got a brother, Samuel C on TikTok, YouTube, and he got a whole documentary about the Gullah Geechee, and they ain't from Africa, they from here. And the person in charge of the Gullah Geechee is getting paid to say they from Africa. But I have seen years ago about the Gullah Geechee being from Africa, like a whole 2-hour thing.
Yeah, and supposedly they were
a lot of information, and it was I felt great about that information.
And they were able to keep their religions pretty much. It was still a gumbo, but since they were all from, like, imagine you from Chicago, some people from St. Louis, East St. Louis, Milwaukee, got stripped and taken somewhere else. I'm not saying this is true, but imagine that happened. And then you were put in a certain area. Some of your traditions are going to be extremely similar. And that's what the video, I got to find it. I'll send it to you because it's way back in my history.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You watch 100 videos a day, just like I do.
Yeah, it was mind blowing though, bro. And I mean,
I probably seen it actually.
You might have. You might have.
Yeah, Gullah Geechee. Yeah, I watched them. You know,
I remember y'all used to
like
call it speaking Gullah when we was drunk. I didn't know what y'all was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you speaking Gullah. I didn't even know such a thing existed. Gullah
Yeah.
Geechee. I knew about Geechee. I didn't know Gullah Geechee was a thing.
Yeah. I didn't know when I was saying Gullah, I would have said Gullah Geechee if I knew about Geechee.
That's good.
I didn't know about the Geechee then.
All right. Court said, Coach drive by the homeless man on the corner with his cup in his hand every day and don't give him nothing. Is that true?
Well, I'll give somebody something once if they're out there every day. And I'm not going to give somebody something every day. The fuck? You teach a man to fish, he can fish forever. You give him a fish, and he don't need it for that day. And this man ain't looking to fish. He's looking for you to give him a fish.
Moji said, if you think it's possible. If you think it's possible. Think
That's
small,
true.
get small. Think big, get big.
Scratch off African and write in black for Black American, not African American. Fuck black, Coach. Black is a bad word. Look up the definition of black.
We'll pull it up for him. Go ahead, bro. I'll pull it up for him so he can see it. Because he's never going to, unless Fox tells him to do it, he's never going to do it.
Black is a bad word. Everything about the word until James Brown said black is beautiful, black and proud.
Yeah, the Black Plague.
Everything black. The definition of black.
Black is primarily
black and the black definition of white.
The darkest color.
No,
caused by the absence or complete absorption of visible light. So which is it? The absence or the complete absorption of visible light?
Black, actually, the absorption, the absolute, it means white.
Correct. White's refracting the light, so it's the black. It has no light. It's refracting it.
Black means white. Really, that's what it means.
Beyond its color definition, the term has very figurative cultural and idiomatic usage. Having the color of coal, you the color of coal, Coach? Jet or the night sky? Is that your color, Coach? You're the color of coal?
Copper colored, bronze colored, and shades of brown. Ain't no fucking body black. Ain't nobody fucking white either, Coach.
Relating to people of African descent or racialized classification for people with brown to dark brown skin pigmentation. So if you have brown to dark brown skin pigmentation, why would somebody label you black?
Because black is a fucking black and white are fucking social statuses.
Correct. And it's a negative term the way black has been.
Yes. And the way white is used is a supreme positive.
Correct.
Coach, wake up, Coach. Wake up.
Coach, black means...
Be woke. Be woke with your dumb ass.
Don't wake them up. Don't wake them up. Devoid of hope, very gloomy, indicating disaster, highly wicked, evil, or threatening. And he's begging to be referred to as black.
Yeah.
Dealing with the macabre or grim realities in a pessimistic way, like black comedy, for instance. In the black, when you're operating a business that is making a profit as opposed to operating in the red. Okay, well, there's a positive. You're in the black. Let's look at Merriam-Webster's, because that's what
I question that definition.
Correct.
I've never heard that. Operating in the black is good.
I haven't either.
Ever. Is that AI?
Yeah, it was AI.
Okay, that's the bullshit that AI puts in, that they programmed in.
It's hallucinating, allegedly.
So it ain't no hallucinating. It's some bullshit they put in.
Well, all right. We're on Webster's now. Merriam-Webster's. Any various population groups, African ancestry, relating to black people, black literature, black college, black pride. They put black pride in there now, Self. Dirty. Black means dirty, Coach. Soiled. Dirty, soiled. Okay. Little or no light. So you got no spirit. Little or no spirit when we have all the spirit. You get a black mark for being late. All right. Black magic, the black arts, black despair, Black Friday, black resentment filled his heart. Black resentment filled his heart. His face was black with rage. Whose face goes black with rage? Who? What the fuck? Who, black with rage? Are you serious? That's racist, coach. Nobody's face ever goes black. Having dark skin, hair, and eyes. Okay, black propaganda. Black propaganda is the business of going to elaborate ends to spread half-true, misleading, or downright lies. That's what your president practices, Corch. Black propaganda. Press reports, black humor, characterized by grim, distorted, or grotesque satire. Covert intelligence operations, black ops. Having a very deep or low register, a bass with a black voice. All right. They've cleaned this up a little bit because when Malcolm X did it, you have to get one of those older Bridge Webster dictionaries, and you're going to see a lot more in there. And when we came up looking it up, it was a lot more negative than what you can find now.
Bro, I admonished and talked crazy about some of the celebrities that said they weren't black, but I completely know where they were coming from and why they said what they said. And look within yourself, coach. You're black. We some light-skinned motherfuckers.
Nowhere near black.
I mean, god damn. This is black. This is black. This is black. Excuse me. If I was black, would you be able to see any of it?
I feel like we're caught up. All right, now, why do these theories keep resurfacing in culture? Because they speak to a deep intuition that life is connected, that memory is shared, and that meaning runs deeper than material explanations alone. Whether taken literally or symbolically, these ideas offer a framework where experience matters, where nothing is wasted, and where every moment contributes to a larger unfolding story.
That's true.
Hold on, we got a video. I wanted to get to the rat experiment you referenced. I hope I put it in here. Fair use. This is on Theory Link channel. Like, share, subscribe to them. Biocentrism and Morphic resonance. We're not going to watch all of this. No, nobody can see anything.
Data wash. Birds and cream.
Right. Non-migratory birds serve several hundreds of miles away collectively. Learn to remove oh, yeah. Yes. Damn, I wish I. So back in when we used to have the milk bottle self, one bird learned that, man, if I peck through this little foil top.
Yeah, I can get milk.
Yes. And
All
then
of
they switched the tops and made them hard. And somehow they learned that they can't get it. They all learned. It was crazy. I watched that video, but I didn't pull it on here.
And them birds definitely wasn't crows.
No.
Or ravens.
Potato washing. Once determined to help prevent disease, monkeys across various regions, seemingly and sporadically, began washing their potatoes in the nearest river. Geographically, these monkeys would never meet. Self.
They don't have to. They're on the same frequency. Some people are on the same frequency. I have to agree with you, but
that's what I'm saying. I believe if these
I would say
monkeys got this
most.
power,
Most.
I
I
can
would,
give you that.
right. I would say monkeys and everything we described is more in tune with nature than people. And that's really why I feel that way the most. They say that we got free will or whatever. That's part of it too, but most people don't.
We've taken away that power by emails and sending letters and talking.
Racism.
Right.
Taught racism, I think, is the largest
we
reason
have
why
to
we
learn
don't.
from these schools and institutions.
Right. No, it's why we don't operate on the hive mind.
Correct. You know that Nagar Gutra, he said he didn't have no teachers. That dude we was listening to.
Yeah, I mean, he's word salad to me. Most of it. Not all of it, though. He say some shit, I'll be like, oh.
Hello, good peoples of the internet. Thanks for watching another Theory Inc. video in which we did on this channel was about biocentrism and the theory that the very essence or the fundamental building blocks of the universe might actually be consciousness, or at least some form of it.
100%.
You might want to check that out before moving on, and you can watch it right here. Biocentrism is by far one of my favorite theories of reality, and there are a lot of theories that pair very nicely with it. One of these is morphic resonance. Morphic resonance is the theory that groups of living organisms, or even some forms of matter that share a grouping, such as through species, chemical makeup, DNA, etc., are fundamentally connected to a universal shared memory, a past collective, or experiences and knowledge pertaining to that specific grouping. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a good footing.
Oh, no, stop that. It's like, he explains it better than the creator to me. I mean, for me. This video, you know what I mean, is using better communication, better words, better.
This dude's probably about your age and your generation, so it's a different frequency. The other dude's from London.
So it's a morphic resonance, huh?
Yeah, the other dude's from London and is older, and they communicated differently. Just like when you're talking to the YNs.
Morphic resonance.
I be talking to the YNs, they be like, I say something self, blah, 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 blah. And then they respond to be type shit. They love that. You'll be like, you'll be like, E equals MC squared. They'd be like, type shit.
You know what that means? They ain't listening.
That's exactly what it means. They be on their phones. Yep, this is exactly what it means, self. And then they got another one, dead ass. Dead ass.
Means not much.
Dead ass.
The concept, but just think of it this way. If you're born a llama, then you inherit all llama knowledge and llama experience.
That's what you were saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Every llama that ever existed before you. And not just that, but you yourself are also adding to the collective pile of cosmic llama memory with your own llama experiences. Rupert Sheldrake is the controversial figure who coined the term morphic resonance and morphic fields. He is a biologist who studied at Cambridge University and authored
the other one. I thought he went to Oxford.
Yeah,
so it's Cambridge and Oxford. Yeah.
You're right. I was wondering what the other one was. I knew it, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't remember it.
And then they had another one.
More than 85 scientific papers and 13 books. He began developing the theory morphic resonance as he noticed strange patterns in animal behavior. This included unexplained phenomenon such as how pigeons are able to find their way home without any knowledge of the area they were left. Or even how if one species of animals will learn a skill, seemingly all animals of the same species will suddenly learn the same skill no matter where they are in the world. The theory states that once a species or similar grouping,
a lot of monkeys, ain't they?
learns a new trick,
well, they compare us to monkeys, so that's their. I mean,
yeah, we evolved from monkeys.
No.
And then we came out of a cave.
No, everything that they say about us is about them. It's projection.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything.
Everything, negative and positive.
Yes.
New habit, it imprints the memory for all progeny in that particular group.
Look at that monkey
and
using
it's
a
not like
hammer
the
and nail.
descendants.
He's trying. You just see that monkey's self? He put the nail in his mouth.
That's not a monkey. That's an orangutan. He's one of the great apes.
Yeah, he was watching somebody. He was watching somebody hold a nail in his mouth while he was getting ready to hammer himself. That's amazing.
Can immediately access direct knowledge, but if they begin to learn the same trick or habit, they will learn it faster and easier with every new generation. But the weird part is, this happens for all descendants of the species, regardless if they've ever had contact with the original learners of the habit. For example, one experiment they conducted was
it has to be
to put a group of mice into a maze
This
with
the rat
cheese at
experiment.
the end.
Yeah.
They timed how long it would take for those mice to reach the cheese. Then, with an entirely new group of mice without any
motherfucker
connection
flew.
to the previous group, they timed them with the same maze, reward, basically every variable of the experiment being exactly the same. Sure enough, the second group were able to finish the maze quicker, and then the next group of mice even quicker, and so on and so on. Here's a few more examples and evidences that support Sheldrake's morphic resonance theory. IQ tests. There have been studies that claim that IQs are actually increasing over time. Since 1950, average intelligence has found to have risen by about 20 IQ points. Now, there is no shortage of theories as to why this is the case, but Sheldrake postulates that it's due to morphic resonance and our ability to tune into the
The
collective.
IQ test doesn't measure intelligence, just measures your ability to manipulate this test.
Okay, well, yeah.
Memory of past IQ takers, cattle grates. In order to stop cattle from wandering onto highways, cattle grates were added to entrances and exit points of main roads. To avoid damage to cattle and to lower costs, farmers began to simply paint lines on the road to give the basic appearance of the grates. Cattle would avoid these lines as if they were the real metal bars in which they are supposed to represent. But here's the strange part. Cattle farmers began to realize that even groups of cattle never having been exposed to real cattle grates would avoid the lines as well.
But they could be learning that from the cattle around them.
Yeah.
To your point earlier about the cattle could be telling them, moo.
Don't go that motherfucking way. That shit
Right.
fucked up over there.
Right. Right. Or just watching other cattle avoid it. I don't know.
You know, there's an experiment that we've shown many times on the show that about the monkeys.
Yeah.
And, you know, they put all the water on the monkey and then they rotate monkeys in, and monkeys that never even seen the water or any of that, whatever it is, obey the whole system.
That would be morphic resonance.
It can be, but they beat up the monkey that do the dumb shit. No, but it's morphic resonance. They didn't even see nobody get beat up.
Correct. If they didn't see, it depends on how the experiment is set up. If these cows weren't around,
right? The morphic that part with those monkeys and the shit is they rotate them in, and by the end, none of them have experienced the water, and they still won't.
correct. And if these cow, as that situation, if they're saying they brought in these cows, which I think they're saying, and they didn't have them around the other cows that experienced this shock or whatever.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't a shock. It was, it was a grate. If you look at what it was, if they stepped on that, they motherfucking legs went down in the hole.
Mess up their hoofs, could break their leg.
Yeah, so they wouldn't fuck with that. And then those lines represented that.
Yeah. And somehow the other cows knew.
Japanese monkeys, or the 100th monkey effect.
Japanese monkeys.
A behavioral study was conducted of a troop of Japanese monkeys in the 1950s. For one reason or another, one of the monkeys decided to wash sweet potatoes native to the island they lived on. As the other monkeys in the troop watched, learned,
whatever reason, one of the monkeys, here's the part that gets me about science. Why did that monkey do that?
It must have been something that fucked them up or killed them. About the potatoes. Some with the potatoes made them sick or ill.
Yeah, it was the poop and everything on it, right? But how did that first monkey, just know to wash it off? Pink people didn't know to clean their food for years.
Simulation.
Until we told them.
Simulation.
Potatoes native to the island they lived on. As the other monkeys in the troop watched, learned, and repeated the behavior, scientists noticed that other monkeys on an entirely different island, separated by large bodies of water, recreated the same behavior of washing sweet potatoes. This phenomenon led to the 100th monkey effect, which is a hypothetical phenomenon in which a new behavior or idea is claimed to spread rapidly by unexplained means to similar groups, once the 100th member of a species had adopted the new behavior. Believe it or not, I created a short video with more examples of morphic resonance for a personal film project, which you can watch right here.
Non-migratory birds several hundreds of miles away collectively learn to remove the tops of milk jugs to eat the top cream. Experiments in shared intellect and consciousness experiments. That means people were drinking this milk that had been contaminated by these birds, bro.
Yeah, some of them knew, some of them didn't.
Sheldrake takes it one step further and explains that universal laws such as electromagnetism, thermodynamics, and even gravity itself should be seen more like habits the universe has as opposed to laws. He believes it was over time that these laws fully came into being as they self-corrected and self-actualized themselves to what they are today based on the collective memory or habit. Thomas Campbell, a theoretical physicist and NASA alumni, has a similar theory in which the universe was first created by what he calls the Big C, or big consciousness. Learning and growing, it needed to create a universe with consistent. So if biocentrism is the theory that the fundamental building blocks of the universe and everything we observe is first produced by consciousness, and morphic resonance is the idea that we're all connected by a collective memory, then it seems to me that connecting the two would take very little effort. What I find fascinating, coming from the perspective of Robert Lanza's biocentrism theory, morphic resonance shows that consciousness respects or caters to groupings of consciousness. It naturally leads to questions of how is consciousness divided? Is it purely based on physical makeup, such as DNA? Can the collective memory be grouped by a shared experience, say through, a traumatic event or maybe even psychedelics?
So do we share consciousness with pink people?
Some. I don't think they have full consciousness. I think that we have full consciousness. I think we have, like everything else, we have way more taste buds, we have way more melanin, and I don't believe, I don't believe shit. So I know that there are pink people that have consciousness, and they generally are related to us. And there are many that have no consciousness, in my opinion. And consciousness is equivalent to soul for me.
GTA 6 will be out November 19th on my sister's birthday. Rest in heaven. That's Corch. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. Love her.
Yeah.
Love Giselle.
He said, I got Madden on reserve. Riley Leonard, I bet you he's pink without even looking him up. Riley Leonard is my QB. He from Notre Dame. He know how to do the colored Williams quarterback sneak glitch. Yeah, he might be black. I don't know.
He's true because he did have some gene. What's the? Oh, damn.
He ain't woke.
He in the Jets now. He on the Jets. What's the quarterback of the Jets?
I don't know.
Not Justin Fields. He just left Seattle. he was Seattle, and then he went to Oakland, and now he's in the Jets.
I don't know.
Gene, somebody was.
Jack Sheldrake does speculate on. Does morphic resonance explain phenomenons such as where animal instincts come from? For instance, does a dog tap into a collective cosmic memory to know that it should shake when it gets out of water? Or how about an elephant knowing where to find an old watering hole its ancestors visited years before?
That's always blown my mind.
It was even born. Is this all being passed on by genetic memory through some unknown system of DNA? Or are we tapping into a collective memory database? Morphic resonance is another theory that gives credence to the idea that there is more to consciousness than mainstream science wants to give credit for. The mainstream scientific community sees consciousness as more or less an illusion of complexity, or a ghost from the machine. If consciousness is indeed fundamental, if itself is an independent essence outside of the brain, then this discovery would quite literally flip every scientific principle upside down. It would help explain the Big Bang, why our universe seems so perfectly calculated for life, and every other mystery from psychic phenomenon to past lives. If indeed consciousness came first and it was measurable and ultimately provable, we would have to take a long look in the mirror and confront an entirely new paradigm of reality. To follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram for bite-sized ponders. I find
no, great video, but not I don't completely agree with it, but
well, yeah, I mean, nobody's going to completely agree with anything. What part did you agree with, or did you like any of it?
Consciousness powers this whole simulation. I like that, and then he separated some consciousness from some other points that I didn't agree with.
See, it doesn't have to be a simulation for that.
I agree with
you. How you make those leaps all the time.
You feel that way, but I feel like this is a simulation. I mean, the shit that I've been through and that I've experienced has led to that. Yeah. And I don't knock anybody for saying that it's not. I really don't, but I know it is for me.
Yeah. Simulation within a simulation within a simulation within a simulation.
Could be.
Let's see here.
Consciousness is the base of it, though. So sleep people are not conscious, Coach. Only woke people are.
You're wasting your energy. All right, last one, and we conclude.
British biologist Rupert Sheldrake views the tapestry of life as being guided by morphogenetic fields that guide the formation process in nature. Picture, for example, a seed sprouting into a towering oak, guided by an organizing force beyond its genetic instructions. Since the 1920s, whispers of organizing energy fields have echoed through the halls of developmental biology. They've been called many names, including biological fields, positional fields, and morphogenetic fields, but their essence...
Hold on. You have the wrong view here.
Beyond... Yeah, that didn't...
Genes are magnificent, aren't they? They encode the proteins that build and sustain life, the switches that light up new developmental paths. But for Sheldrake, genes alone are not the whole story. If they were, we'd live in a world where fruit flies and humans share the same stage, indistinguishable in form. Morphogenetic fields act as the unseen director, orchestrating the cast of proteins, cell membranes, and microorganisms that build and sustain. Genes are the script, but fields are the director. Genes play a guiding role in life's unfolding design. Genes are the script, but fields are the director. Genes are magnificent, aren't they? They encode the proteins that build and sustain life, the switches that light up new developmental paths. But for Sheldrake, genes alone are not the whole story. If they were, we'd live in a world where fruit flies and humans share the same stage, indistinguishable in form. Morphogenetic fields act as the unseen director, orchestrating the cast of proteins, cell membranes, and microtubules to sculpt the diversity of life we witness. Without these fields, according to Sheldrake, biology risks drowning in a deluge of data. Genes have been mapped, proteins have been sequenced, yet the mystery of form remains unsolved. He points out that even the simplest life forms, like radiolarians, feature breathtaking skeletal structures. How does this happen? Surely this isn't simply the result of proteins assembling at random. In Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance, morphogenetic fields...
Who stated that? That's monkey ball. I guess.
Who stated what?
That it's rewind a little bit. It's stupid.
Mapped, proteins have been sequenced, yet the mystery of form remains unsolved. He points out that even the simplest life forms, like radiolarians, feature breathtaking skeletal structures. How does this happen? Surely this isn't simply the result of proteins assembling at random.
That part?
Yes. I mean, I know you and I know that there's a creator. So any random assumption of why life exists is asinine.
Well, yeah, he says surely it isn't random.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that. Surely.
Yeah, it says surely it is not a random. Let's see.
He points out that even the simplest life forms, like radiolarians, feature breathtaking skeletal structures. How does this happen? Surely this isn't simply the result of proteins assembling at random.
Yeah.
I didn't hear surely.
In Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance, morphogenetic fields channel their energy into precise patterns, turning chaos into elegance. The evolution of fields, the memory of species. Fields evolve just as life does. Sheldrake asks us to think of Afghan hounds and poodles, for example, as distinct forms shaped by the morphogenetic resonance of their lineage. Through a phenomenon called morphic resonance, these fields transcend time, connecting present organisms with the memory of their ancestors.
That's the present.
Now, same thing I'm saying. That
Yeah.
He's changing He's saying field, and I'm saying frequency. It's the same thing.
Yeah, they're using it. He's using
This resonance doesn't just
they used to say field probably back in the day.
Shape form, it influences behavior. Imagine rats in a Harvard study mastering a trick, for example, and their brethren in Melbourne picking it up with surprising ease. This is the power of collective memory, encoded not in neurons, but in...
I mean, if this is really happening, it's amazing.
And it is happening, and it's natural.
The shared field of a species, rituals of resonance, beyond biology. Morphogenetic fields pulse through the fabric of societies. Schools of fish, flocks of birds, and human communities alike are guided by these invisible frameworks. Our shared rituals, such as Passover meals, Holy Communion, and Thanksgiving dinners, are not mere traditions, they are acts of resonance. Through them, the past lives in the present, connecting us with ancestors who first enacted these rites. Think habits, not laws. Sheldrake proposes a universe not bound by rigid laws etched into eternity, but alive, breathing, and ever-evolving. The cosmos, from its explosive birth in the Big Bang, isn't governed by some static cosmic rulebook, but dances to a rhythm that grows and changes, like a melody unfolding. Through the lens of morphic resonance, we see that the so-called laws of nature are not eternal edicts, but evolving.
And fair use, y'all. This is Subtle Energy Sciences channel. Fair use.
Habits, shaped by the patterns of the past. Think of it this way. As life moves forward, the universe remembers its own steps, like footprints left in the sands of time, guiding each new wave of creation. Nature's collective habitual memory. Just as we inherit family...
Yeah, like if we're not remembering, then what would be the point?
New
experiences, but
the frequency, a lot of us coming here is not for our purpose. Some of it is. We come here to expand our consciousness.
To expand the consciousness.
Exactly. You're right. My word was wrong.
Right. The consciousness.
Traditions or instinctively know how to walk.
And I think that's what I was saying about the hive mind. Maybe not the mind, but there's a hive consciousness.
Well, consciousness is the basis of everything here.
There's a oneness.
There's too many anomalies for man to have mind, but I do kind of agree with you if you slice it off into different peoples.
Yeah. Or a hive consciousness. The mind is part of consciousness. The mind isn't consciousness.
The mind is consciousness, period. Mind and soul.
The universe inherits the habits of its own becoming. These habits, refined through natural selection, create the foundation for all evolution, not just biological, but cosmic, cultural, and even mental.
Beautiful.
When an animal instinctively builds a nest or a human feels the pull of language's cadence, they're tapping into this shared memory. It's not law, but rhythm, not enforcement, but...
That's a good point. You could get a bird save a baby bird and bring it to health, and it could never have no teachings from its mom. Well, I guess it could have possibly seen how to build a nest, but it's certain things they do naturally, like a kitten using a litter box. It's just certain things they do naturally, bro.
They're attuned in nature. Humans are the least attuned in nature.
Yeah, ever since the colonizers.
What
resonance?
No. Well, yeah, you're right. Never mind, because like they adapt, they change nature to fit their needs instead of work with nature.
Yes, made it all about material, physics. We're gonna cut through this mountain and make a tunnel.
Yeah.
Instead of working with nature and saying, do we have to really go that way? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
pattern is repeated, the stronger it becomes. This is life's way of learning, adapting, and thriving. Habits, not laws, are nature's way of remembering, a living archive of all that has been, shaping all that will be. Your mind's field of connection. In the theory of morphic resonance, your mind is not a fortress.
Your point.
Habits, not laws, are nature's way of remembering.
To get humans to do a formation like this would take a lot of training and planning.
And a lot of money.
I mean, you'd be training, like a dance instructor. You could do it.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Living archive of all that has been, shaping all that will be. Your mind's field of connection. In the theory of morphic resonance, your mind is not a fortress, walled off and contained within your skull. It's a radiant field extending far beyond the boundaries of your body.
Yeah. Lady from Qatar told me they don't pay no taxes, bro.
Yeah, of course.
None. No sales tax, no nothing.
Yeah, it's different type of humans over there.
Mm-hmm.
Connecting you with the world in ways you've always sensed but couldn't quite explain. Morphic fields underlie our thoughts, perceptions, and even the way we see. Have you ever felt someone staring at you, turned around and caught their gaze? That's no coincidence. It's an experience of the subtle fields of attention in action. These fields are not confined to mysticism. They're testable, real, and backed by growing evidence. Your awareness stretches beyond you like ripples on water, influencing and being influenced by the universe around you. It's not
I know, Coach, you don't believe in any of this, but just like when Tori said, you saw the dude who came up on you with that stick in the carjacking attempt. Guess what? You felt him before you saw him.
Yeah, that's why you looked.
Exactly. Yep. You felt that dark energy. And you made it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm so happy. I love you, bro. But you need to stop focusing on Fox and your pussy.
In his box, bro. Fox in his box. That's all he watches. And all we've said is, man, 20% of the time, bro, watch something else so you can get a perspective. You really should cut it all off if you want me to be frank, but that's a
I
whole
don't
nother
watch
story.
none of that shit.
Yeah.
I don't agree with none of it.
Yeah, because it's all the same script pretty much.
Yeah.
Just presented in different packaging.
Yeah, two sides of the same bird.
Yeah.
Two wings of the same bird, two sides of the same coin. It's a coin. And you despise the other side of the coin, but you're still using the coin.
You're being played.
Like a monkey. Not even an ape. Like a monkey.
If morphic resonance and the Akashic record hold any truth, then individuality becomes more interconnected than we assume. Learning, creativity, trauma, healing, all of it could ripple outward, influencing others in ways we don't yet understand. It reframes personal growth as something with collective impact, not just private transformation. Why do these theories keep resurfacing in culture? You got any ideas, bro? Because the ancients used to talk about this stuff.
No, it's nothing about the ancients talking about it. It's still in culture. Let me put my camera on. It's still in culture because the people that's controlling the culture manipulates and dissipates and make mockery of it.
Anything they can't measure, taste, or feel, it's all unreal.
For most of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have souls. They are bots. I find it hard to talk to one of my best friends about something that they don't believe, you know what I mean?
Right.
That it's a simulation. You think it's based reality. So it's hard for me to say sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different ways of it's just perspective.
Yes, I completely respect how you feel, and I respect you. So
yeah, it's all perspective, bro.
Yeah,
we're probably saying the same thing, just in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if we're saying the same thing, but I sometimes I feel like we just need to agree to disagree. And
well, I'm saying like a simulation would be many worlds theory.
I mean, it's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see. You saw Rocky wearing the thong. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to spare you. But he was at a show, and
I heard about it, but
yeah,
no, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I'm not going to show you.
Damn, I got to answer the door. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. The term Akashic record is actually quite modern, but it draws older ideas from Indian religious and philosophical traditions. In ancient Indian thought, Akasha refers to space or ether, or the subtle medium that permeates reality. It appears in traditions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, though with different meanings. In some ancient Hindu philosophical systems, Akasha was considered one of the fundamental elements in the substrate through which sound travels. However, ancient texts generally do not describe Akasha as a cosmic library containing every thought and event. The notion of the Akashic records as a repository of all knowledge, past and future events, and every soul's experiences emerged much later, particularly in 19th and early 20th century esoteric movements. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, founder of the Theosophical Society, who connected the Sanskrit concept of Akasha with ideas of universal memory. Rudolf Steiner, who claimed spiritual investigators could access an Akashic chronicle to perceive historical and spiritual events. Edgar Cayce, who popularized the idea in the United States by claiming to consult the Akashic record during trance readings. In Hindu traditions, concepts of karma imply that actions leave lasting consequences that shape future experiences. Some mystical traditions describe enlightened beings gaining access to profound knowledge about past lives. Certain Buddhist texts discuss extraordinary meditative insights into previous existences. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Plato proposed realms of eternal forms of truths beyond ordinary perception, though this is not the same concept. What did the ancients actually say? They spoke of Akasha as a subtle element, space, or medium. They discussed cosmic order, karma, memory, and spiritual knowledge. They did not clearly describe a universal database containing every event in history that could be read by psychics. The modern Akashic record concept is best understood as an esoteric synthesis that combines ancient Indian terminology with later Western mystical ideas. Okay.
India? Which India?
Right. They talking about the Indians that's selling you beef jerky and Black Miles.
The Hindustan people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They say
That shit wasn't called. It was almost 1900 before it was called India. So what
well,
Columbus
allegedly,
was
when
talking
Christopher
about.
Columbus discovered America, he said they were red like Indians.
Yeah, where were Indians?
I mean, he said it was red like Indians from India.
Them people wasn't called India. They was Hindustan. It was not India until well after
Columbus
he came to the Americas.
So that's a lie.
Complete and total. Yet West Indies was those islands. So that's west of the Americas, which was the.
But that's why he called it the West Indies, because he said it looks like Indians. He said they look like Indians.
He didn't name anything.
Just tell me what they told me at William H. Ray.
Yeah, they lied to your ass because his name wasn't even Columbus. It was Christopher Columbus. So, I mean, it's just a complete lie. Oh, I got to make a move again. My bad.
No, you're good. Organisms inherit not only genes, but also morphic fields. Okay. Connected platonism, eternal forms exist beyond our chance. All right. I think we pretty much did it all. Check out Ancestral Echoes, y'all. I'm gonna drop this into the chat. Pull up. They got day passes available. If you don't want to stay overnight, if you're too busy or something, click on support your brothers and sisters and connect with the ancestors because they'll be there when you're there. All right. We didn't have a poll. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the host, the guests, and are not necessarily reflective of any affiliates or TATN. Facts. You got any final words on this, or you saving it for your
final words?
All right. You cool. The journey through morphic resonance in the Akashic record leaves us standing in a place where science and mythicism stop feeling like opposites and start feeling like two. Okay, hold on. Stop feeling like opposites and start feeling like two languages describing the same landscape. Whether you see these ideas as literal fields or frequencies or symbolic frameworks, they both insist that memory is not just something the mind hosts. It's something reality itself participates in. Patterns repeat. I was looking for the singularity, coach. Impressions linger, and the past keeps whispering into the present. What becomes clear is that both concepts challenge the modern assumption that everything begins at zero. Instead, they suggest that every action, every thought, every form carries a lineage, a momentum that shapes what comes next in that sense. And we're not isolated individuals, but participants in a vast continuity influenced by what came before and influencing what comes after. It's a humbling and empowering idea. You are both an inheritor and a contributor to the universe's unfolding memory. We're faking separateness. So, as we close this episode, the invitation is simple. Stay curious about the unseen forces that shape your life, whether you interpret them as energetic fields, frequencies, echoes, ancestral patterns, or the deep archives of consciousness. Exploring them opens a wider sense of who you are and what you're connected to, whether you're woke or you're dead sleep. And maybe that's the real resonance, the recognition that your story is part of a much larger field, one that's still being written through you. Stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to self. Also, love yourself and others around you deeply. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. Silence is violence, and continue to question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Toto. Peer down those rabbit holes and do your own research, but use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into that abyss, well, the abyss stares right back at you. Peace, self love, honor, and respect. All right. Check us out on Sunday right here at TATN. We're gonna do Mouthpiece Included. That's an interactive open panel sports/politics jamboree extravaganza. You can pull up and excrete your excrement. We cover some great topics. And if you do pull up, be sure to bring your
mouthpiece, because you can get left all wet.
Facts.
From a left, right, uppercut.
Facts on top of facts.
And it could just be words. And you will feel it. So you better. And it's like Coach feels it. He acts like he don't. Still,
And he ain't woke.
Goes with the brain dead.
He ain't woke.
He brain dead. He black.
That's what I be saying. Yeah, he black. He ain't woke. That's what I be saying to him every time. Y'all ain't woke. They boy, it's a compliment for them. You dead. You sleep.
No, you need to tell them they sleep, because it's asinine, the statements that come out of a friend of mine.
Maybe next week, Self, on the show, we'll define the word woke for him. And then we'll look up the word sleep. Let's see if that, because they're not going to talk about that on Fox.
No, and he need to get that up out his pussy.
Yeah, don't get us started on Rupert Murdoch. Maybe we'll do a show. Maybe we'll do a show on Rupert Murdoch and Fox in the box.
Box?
Yeah.
Is a pussy.
Yeah.
That's what all the women say, whatever, when they speak of it in that way,
Yeah, but you're gonna have the maggots pulling up, Self. If we cover Fox, boy, everybody from
it's still a pussy.
Yeah,
we might go viral if we go on here and do. Did I tell you about the white man video I did?
No, on TikTok?
Oh, no, it ain't came out yet. White boy wasted. I got makeup.
You told me it was coming. You didn't tell me you did it.
Oh yeah, we did it.
So you're in whiteface.
I am, and Eddie Sevo has a white mask on. One of them. It ain't as elaborate as the mask that the white dude put the black face over, but it's a mask, and it's silicone mask, and Y'all gonna enjoy this video. I promise you.
It's racist.
So?
Dressed up in whiteface. They stole your
It
land.
ain't racist. Hold on. Come on.
They stole your
let me
land.
think about this. And racists.
Yeah.
I don't have control over white people. I don't anything that happens to them or anything of that nature that's not individual that I don't personally put upon them. So I don't, it can't be racist.
They stole your land, raped your women and children, and you know what I mean? Steal your legacy, you know what I mean? And you racist. You know what I'm saying? Put the smallpox on you, gave you blankets and shit with disease in it. You know what I mean? You taught them how to survive in barren parts and, killed all the buffalo. Just slaughtered them.
I'm wondering if any of this is true, bro, because these people lie at the highest level, man.
You don't think they killed all the buffalo?
I don't.
Well, they didn't kill them all. There's still some buffalo.
Whatever they say.
Yeah.
Why
don't we eat buffalo
was
meat?
there ever a buffalo? I don't know that there was.
Supposedly there was millions of them around the plains.
Yeah, but I mean.
Why don't we eat buffalo meat? Because they've saved them. There's buffalo. They're growing in numbers.
It's not. They don't call them buffalo. They call them what? What do they call them?
What do they call them? Why don't we eat that?
Some people do over the planet. Or I don't
we
know.
Eat buffalo. It's fish.
I don't know what we eat, bro.
They call our fish buffalo.
Yeah, I think almost all this shit that we eat is fucking 3D printed. I don't. It's not enough animals on this planet to feed the people, so I don't. Not like they're doing. We're supposed to be eating mostly. All of our ancestors ate mostly plants and subplanet meat, not meat, and then.
Yeah, well, maybe it's soy we're eating. Plant-based soy products. I found some.
3D printed.
Yeah, I found some stuff.
That's a preliminary to the shit on Star Trek. What the fuck was it called?
Yeah.
Damn, what was it called?
Yeah. Go to the machine, you order. But I was
damn, what was it called?
I was buying the soy stuff already done, and then I figured out how much sodium it had in it. They got some plant-based stuff with no sodium in it, and you hook it up yourself, season it yourself.
Yeah.
Fire. I think that's what we was getting. I think that's what they was probably doing at Soul Vegetarian. That's what it puts me in the mind of, bro.
The problem I have with soy is that it produces, if we listen to them,
estrogen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the opposition to manhood, which it would make sense that they would do that because they are promoting non-binary, no male or female, where they have the control of reproduction, and men and women don't want to be with each other, so that they can have their control. But it goes to singularity anyway, so
yeah,
I wish they would just quit it and stop.
Yeah, they say the nations say the same thing about weed.
It is fucked up because they introduced themselves into it.
Yep.
They made it legal, which means they control it, which means that to make profit, you have to make it not good for people.
You don't have to make it not good for people to make profit.
Well, the way they do it, they do.
I got what you're saying. Yes, to get the investments you need and the seed money you need and the promotion you need, you got to be killing people.
It's the only way they allow it to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, this brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's going to be Wordsmith's final words out there. Support Ancestral Echoes.
Come out tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday. It'll be the best experience of your life. Woo! Yeah. Interesting. We go through a whole lot of BS to live in the U.S. They stress us out and decompress the real that's ill, but make the fake spill into our zone and lives. We're here. We've arrived. I've tried to stand by the devil's side, but that nigga be bullshitting and wishing he could hold down my position. He is my opposition, but trying to be in my position. And it's really a trip, the way these devils equip people that look like me, that are my enemy. I don't understand. We should all be a friend of the truth. But some of us listen to bullshit and turn all our lives into the Inquisition. I don't understand. I don't even know why they fishing where they at. But they love to call themselves black.
They ain't woke.
They so asleep that they don't know shit. Then they spew bullshit to everybody that will listen. But I'm in the position that I know. I'm in a transition. I came here from a brief intermission where I was dead and led by the Creator. I was fed the information to be on the higher plane. Listening? Awake. Not sleep. I won't complain. Because I know I am on a mission to change all of our position. And shitting on all these bitch-ass niggas and women. If you are following the American lead, you are ready to bleed, because you're going to be deaf, dumb, and blind by the rhythm and rhyme. I'm heavenly inclined to shine like an atom split, nuclear if you don't get with it. We at TATN have been sent on a mission to wake up all who will listen.
Fuck the opposition.
Words.
Words. Free Chief Malik. Free Larry Hood. Free all the guys.
Do you think you are the one?
Honestly, I don't know.
You know what that means? It's Latin. means know thyself.
Time is now, my people. We must stand together.
I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo, bullets. In the code, know the scriptures, potions and elixirs. Come on, Karen. Bullets are boomerangs.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed, ego, fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spitting at your average hard here to bring you back to God. Said it just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy. And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, because hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Ford.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe them. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school serious.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes